I'm ready for the weekend, man. I'm ready.
Yeah, I took off all next week, so like I'm so fucking ready for some like rest.
Yeah, I've been exhausted. This whole week's been exhausting.
Yeah, this whole fucking year's been exhausting.
Oh, ain't that the truth? Yeah, Nvidia's gonna announce another card.
3060 Ti?
3080 Ti.
Probably everything.
Yeah, 3080 Ti. I mean, I'm not gonna. Whatever. It's not like there's gonna be any stock.
Yeah, their robots are just gonna buy those immediately.
Yar, I'm a pirate.
Yar.
Arr, arr, arr. That's a pirate dog. Grr.
No, that's the invisible bear.
Hmm. I wonder if we lost that guy.
No, he's still around actually.
Yeah, Bear's probably still here.
Just kind of hard to tell, being invisible and all.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
Foundry's made it a lot harder to find him.
You enjoying the expansion, Clax? For a while.
It's all I enjoy lately.
That's
as my
awesome.
friends abandon me one by one.
No, did the casual World of Warcraft stuff die?
Well, we're done with Panda, so that there's that's done, but the other stuff, now I'm doing the other stuff, but either they're playing on the other side or somebody doesn't want to renew their sub. They want to abandon me.
Yeah.
As I try to guilt him into
That
staying.
feels very, very targeted.
It is targeted.
That was it's one of my biggest reasons to never play World of Warcraft again.
Well, I mean,
We should all just
the
play
raid's
Elder
still good,
Scrolls.
so there's no problem there. Like, I was having fun
Yeah,
doing bullshit
Yeah,
with
that's
the
true.
Canadians in my guild.
All those fucking Canadians, am I right, Terry?
What?
I feel for them. Their subs about to increase by like a whole $3, so that kind of sucks.
Damn.
That's because they're the they're the greatest station around now.
Nah,
So
it's
they can
because someone
afford
has to cover the U.S. bill side of things. Our prices haven't increased at all, but everybody else has. Canada's increased, Brazil's increased. I think Europe increased, but they haven't touched the U.S. Not yet.
it. So somebody's got to pay that active bill.
Welcome.
Hey.
Hey,
You sound sleepy.
Yeah, I fell asleep. So
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
it was wonderful. Small pug blanket. It was good stuff. So all right.
Small plug, comma, blanket, or you were using a small plug as a blanket?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Okay.
That sounds incredibly adorable.
Unlike tokens and Foundry, we're able to successfully stack these things. So hey, which segues us into the only real update I have for you guys, Foundry-wise, since I've boycotted any more updates to Foundry. You will notice you have a World of Warcraft hotbar at the bottom of the screen. there is a little folder with a downward facing caret above it to the left of that hotbar, sandwiched in between the player listing and the hotbar. If you click on that folder, it will open up all the macros. It's a lot of fucking macros. You see some that have D20s on them, pink D20s. Those came in with Roll20 during the migration. They don't do anything. I haven't gotten them completely sorted out yet. However, there's a search bar at the top that actually works. So there are a number of macros in there that you guys can just drag down onto your hotbar and use. So I'm going to highlight some of them real quick. There's one called Roll State, which I think you guys should have access to. Let me double check. You don't. So let me make sure you have access to that one real quick.
You think I do?
Okay. So Roll State, you might have brought it in from the other game. Yeah. So Roll State, this is gonna be like a little blue and white and silver D20. Basically, you put that on like, I don't know, number 1, and then anytime you need to do a blind roll, you hit 1, do the blind roll, hit 1 again, you go back to regular. So it just toggles you between public roll and blind roll. It's pretty good. There's also one called Mirror Token Image, and that allows you to switch your mini back and forth. Let me make sure you guys have access to that one. There we go. And there's one called Select Token in a Stack. And what Select Token in a Stack does is if your mini, and again, I have to turn that on for everybody. Okay. If you have a bunch of tokens that get stacked on top of your token, or you control multiple tokens and they get stacked and you're getting really frustrated trying to find the right token in the stack, you can left click drag all the tokens and then hit that macro button. It looks like 2 washers humping each other. And a little window will pop up with a drop down. It'll show you every single token that's in that stack, and you can pick which token you're trying to select. So that you can stop the awkward dragging off, and it snaps to grid and snaps again, and you're trying to cycle through, and it won't cycle, and all that stuff. The vision macro has been updated. The one you want to use is called Best Vision. Let me make sure that's available. Oh, of course it's not. I could have sworn I set all these up earlier. All right, so there's one called Best Vision Macro 121320. And that is the best vision macro. So that actually gives you the most options for adding and removing lighting and vision on your token without having to open up the settings and do it manually. There's one called Roll a D4, which literally rolls a D4 for you. Let me give you permission for that real quick. Why bother making that when you could just click the D4 and then click the chat and then hit enter? Because that's like 2 clicks and hitting enter. Nobody wants to do that shit. Now you just hit 1 button. You're done. Since D4 seems to be the most common one that we have to roll an extra of, that's why I made a button for it. Let's see. So those are the core ones. Oh, also there's one called Whisper Players, which you should have access to. Yes. It looks like a purple lady smiling. If you click that, it'll pull up a dialog box that you type in, and then you check who you want to send the message to, and it will only send it to those people.
Django, can you hear me?
Which is pretty fancy.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
I'm using the whisper.
And finally, there are the token animation things: dodge, burning, frozen, haste and blur, mirror image, bloom effect, which is what makes you glow, shocked, lightning, which makes it look like you have lightning all over your miniature, and then the underwater one, the dead one, and then if you want to use any of those, you are going to need the clear token button to make sure you can remove it after you have added it. So those are the only new changes to the game since last time, which is very refreshing to not have a bunch of changes each time. Okay, so let's talk about what happened last time and kind of go from there. Last time you guys finished your, I guess, diplomacy, your parlance with the not Nagas, determining that maybe they really didn't have anything to do with the upcoming attack on the Leviathan. You decided to actually listen to some of the background information that was going on, and when you heard that there were crab folks in the area that everyone was being dismissive of, you guys took it upon yourselves to go check on those crab folk in person, wherein you discovered that a living embodiment and aspect of their deity was currently crawling around the bottom of the ocean and planning to eat the Leviathan. So that's 1 out of 2 mystery opponents discovered. Nobody from Analora's tribe seems to take any of the crab folk seriously, referring to them as bottom feeders. Analora begins to realize more and more why she left home in the first place. Now, you guys have arrived at the Mermaid Cafe, where you're meeting with this woman who was a sea elf at one time, but she partook of a great deal of the Leviathan's flesh to gain powers and knowledge beyond the normal amount, and for doing so was branded a heretic and exiled. But she's doing pretty well for herself. She's at a nice little cafe down here. All right. I think that covers everything. Yeah?
Aye.
Okay, great. Let's see what we can do here. Swap out this music. Okay, put out this music. Maybe? Might be coming in a little low. There we go.
Oh, Captain, you're joining us today?
Oh, there's
Sorry.
there's too many seabirds in this one. Hold on.
I was hearing that song that Jin Joe was playing. It's rough. It's rough.
Well, while you were gone, get a load of this.
Uh-huh.
Get a load of this.
No, too aggressive. Oh, fill him in.
While you were gone, we found out that Claximus's god is trying to eat mine.
There we go.
Huh.
So our plan is to try to convince Claximus's god that we want to help her kill Tamatoa, which we do, and hope that will stop her from wanting to eat my god
Yeah, that's not.
and
that's probably
causing the end of the world and multiple other worlds.
We just kind of found out that Claximus isn't really as pious as he likes to pretend to be. It seems like it's mostly just for show, because as soon as his god was like, "Hey, I need you to do this thing for me," he was like, "No, I don't really want to though."
Yeah, I feel that.
Look, I've come a long way from the inner sea. Okay, I've learned some things, right? Thanks to
She
to
also
this
tried
crew.
to make him
I'm-
look like a crab person again, and
Right.
he got mad about that too. So
No, I didn't get mad about it. I just-
Look at it.
He was like, I'm so pretty right now. Don't.
yeah,
I-
are you sure? Because this crab
Turn it
part's
off.
uggo. Could you
No.
maybe
he tried
not?
to negotiate for just the 2 dicks, but I don't know. She didn't really go for it.
Look.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah,
Hear
but
me
crab
out,
crab
right?
dick is an acquired taste for sure. Because you've got Asamar dick, which is like that. Because we're assuming no circumcision. And then crab dick is sort of like yoink, like
Yuck.
like that, but like skinnier. Looks like a piece of a flower almost. There we go.
If you ask Lift if he
Yeah.
likes crab dick, look at him. Watch here. Nope.
Oh, nice. Well done. Well done.
All right. I can't say your part, then I'll say my part.
take your dib
I was gonna
inspiration
say,
there.
well-
Take your dib inspiration.
Oh,
wait. Laura's nodding her head up and down. So okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
It was subtle.
Yeah.
All right.
Huh. So, obviously we can't kill Claxmus's god, because then you lose all your magic powers. You know, and then we'll have to start paying for you to bring you back to life. I don't want to do that. You know? So I think, yeah, try to talk him into making a deal about killing Tamatoa. Maybe giving Tamatoa.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Cap. I don't think that's gonna happen.
What? What's not gonna happen?
Like it just doesn't stop from eating her god. It's
Why?
It's all of this. And I just like point to everybody. It's like all this, and then I like start waving my hands up in the air like all of this, and then all of that, and then I'm like, and the shackles, all of the shackles, and you know the inner sea, where we call it where we're home. Yeah, all of that too, all of it. And once it's all dead, and when it's all dead and gone, her plan is just to move on from there.
She wants to be the devourer of worlds, Captain.
I thought there already was the Devourer of Worlds. Like a Tropus. I thought that job was already filled. What kind of asshole steals another person's job?
And the kind of asshole that would eat a god.
Scavengers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, Captain, we came here to the Mermaid Cafe to speak with that lady over there. And we're hoping that she'll be able to tell us who the third threat is, and maybe that'll give us some kind of clue as to what we should do.
Do we only have to deal with one of these threats, and then just let other people?
Well, we're hoping the
deal with-
third threat might be our key. But, you know, for all we know, it could just be even worse. It could be, I point to Kashara,
Probably.
it could be her secret backstory who's trying to eat my god.
Oh, yeah.
That would be really bad. Let's it's not that.
Wouldn't that mean Snuggly is trying to eat your god?
If Snuggly is her worst enemy.
Is your god your worst enemy? Yeah, look at Claxmus.
He was just my
My god? What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm confused.
Me too.
Well, since we're at a mermaid cafe and we're talking about eating, so do we eat mermaids here? It sounds exotic.
No, I think the waitresses are the mermaids.
But I thought they blend mermaids and then they give you them in drinks.
So we're not eating mermaids, or mermaids serve mermaids?
Why don't we ask
don't
the
know.
host?
Yeah, anyway, Captain, we plan to talk to her. So, since you're here, you can help us with that.
Okay. She looks kind of mean.
Now before you go,
And
I have, my adventures, between me and my god. I have learned a couple of things from you surface dwellers. Right? So, I'll let you know.
Is it the ability to lie?
Well, yes,
They
because
keep
that's why I have, the arm, and then I go through the pain of making my arm turn into the crab arm, and then I go back to the pain of making my crab arm not be a crab arm, just to show them. It's horrific.
Oh god, that seems terrible. Why would you?
Why would I? Because
It's pretty.
because Captain, you take what you can, right, and you give
Isn't
nothing
that
back.
what Lift does?
No, you take what you can, Captain, and you give nothing back. That's what pirates do, and I'm a pirate.
I mean, I get it. Yeah. Alright, let's just go talk to the mean lady.
Okay, so the attendants that have welcomed you in and led you to her only after finding out that Annalora Airlie was here. They look like this. Huh? Maybe? Shift Z not working? Okay, that's weird. So that works. Okay. So
She's
Just the
uncooperative.
four.
Don't talk to that one.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. Let's see.
Captain, will your bubble last, or are we doing all this in initiative?
I'll just drag it into chat. There we go.
My bubble's like 10 minutes.
Now, these mermaids seem mostly fluid. So like slime mermaids, for lack of a better term.
Oh,
My kind of mermaid.
All right. They lead you in with their melodious voices, singing in Aquan. And you are brought before the throne of the Sea Witch.
Were they singing in Aqua?
Oh, I mean, they're just, their voices sound like singing. They're not actually singing you any songs. They're just,
Oh,
yeah.
we're gonna eat you. Come into
I
our
mean,
lair so we can eat you.
They might want to eat you. Yeah.
I was really hoping for like Under
Okay.
the Sea or something.
Let's say I'll
can we
start
move our
singing.
tokens closer?
All right. So the throne itself, where you see these octopus tentacles, they are alive, those octopus tentacles, and are moving. So you see that, the throne that she is sitting in is maybe a construct or something that may or may not be able to move about on its own if it needs to. On either side of her, you can see a male and female Zegetrau, sea elf, physical specimens of the breed. They are cast in bronze, which is, of course, badly patinaed here under the ocean. You do see that there are a number of hard-working crabs that are constantly scrubbing and polishing that and everything else around the throne and the elaborate sort of setup that's there to keep them nice and clean and shiny. All right. She looks at you and smiles benevolently.
Hello.
Hello.
Take the lead from the others that were singing, start singing in common, like, I love to be under the sea.
No, don't do it.
In an octopus's garden in the shade.
Keep going, Diego.
Yeah, everyone sort of stops and listens to you, watching, listening, and waiting to see what else is going to happen. Do you just leave off at that?
No, it's like I would keep singing. I just don't want to risk.
Sure. Give me a performance check.
Copyright strikes and all that.
Yeah. Give me a performance check.
All right.
Ooh.
Holy shit!
Ooh,
Oh,
20.
Wow. Okay. When Django finishes singing the song, everyone claps, including the Sea Witch. It seems to have made them all very happy.
I'll take off my hat and give a little bow.
Okay. It's a flourish of bubbles as you take off your hat and sweep it through the water. Okay. So the Sea Witch says, how wonderful. I did not know that the wayward princess had gone off to join a performance group.
We come to you as pirates of the Thorned Bosom. Though I am a Zegetrau by birth, I am merely that by name. I have come to speak with you regarding my people, but do not treat me as one of them. For it has been many years since I have returned.
Oh no, you are like me. You are exiled. How strange that they would ask you back after all this time. They must truly be desperate.
Perhaps they feel Perhaps the situation is so dire that they feel the need for outside, but not completely outside help.
Is it such a way of saying that they would reach out to you, but not to me?
There is a reason why I am here, for they wish to reach out to you as well. But perhaps I am one step closer to them than you are.
You and I are not so different, little princess. We both sought knowledge. We just took very different paths to attain it. But look around. We've both done so well outside the cloistered, crushing oppression of our people. Why do you feel this need to help them?
Because though I do not owe much to my people, I do still feel for my family. And while I do not... Yes, it is for my sister, and my brother, and my mother.
Your
I wish
poor
to show them that
mother.
there is a world outside.
I offered to help her so many times, but her pride and hatred always keeps her from coming to me. Instead, she humiliates herself, trying for something that just cannot be without help. But that's not why you're here. It's not for your mother. It's not really for your brother. It's for the sister. Or is it for more than that, even? By now, you must know that something great is about to happen. Something unprecedented.
We have knowledge of which we do not know what to do with. Knowledge that may spell the end of the shackles, as I know it. That is why we are here.
Well, you obviously haven't come here to entertain yourselves, so you may as well just ask what you need to ask, and we can begin negotiating a price.
We would like to know who the second shadow is.
What if it was me? Would you
Then
kill me?
I do not believe that would solve our problem. If it was you, I think it would be fortuitous.
Alas, it is not me. I don't need anything else from Leviathan. I have found, and you watch as the several eyes on what you thought was a crown, but is apparently just an extension of her forehead bones, blink and start to look in other directions. I found other sources of power. Besides, if something happened to the Leviathan, things could be very, very bad for the Shackles. And what's the point of power and knowledge if there's nothing to lord it over?
Then we have similar interests.
Oops. You said the second shadow, then you know the first?
We have spoken with her.
Oh. You have spoken with her. But she still lives?
As powerful as we may be as free captains of the surface, we are no match for a god.
Oh. It's unfortunate. Then what will you do to stop her? Is that why you've come to me? Or is it only to find out the other shadow?
We were hoping that by learning of the other shadow, we may open a path, or a path of light that may give us the answer that we seek. And if not, we were hoping that you would be able to guide us in the right direction.
Yes. Well, I suppose knowing all the pieces that are on the board would be vital to winning the game. I share a curiosity at who wishes harm upon the great master. The Leviathan gave me so much, defines so much of what I am. I would be broken if anything were to happen to it or its lineage. I often wonder if something happened to Leviathan, would I die as well? Would all of this, and she kind of rises from her like writhing throat to sort of show her many tentacles and extra limbs and all that grossness. Would it just wither and die? So yes, I have a vested interest in the continuing cycle of the Leviathan's endless shackled dreams. But I have also been unable to divine the second shadow. Some powerful magic, some item of great power seems to be shielding the machinations of that second entity. But I am not without my resources, and I have a vision. Doesn't make much sense, but I'm confident that it is the beginning of a long or short thread that will lead to the second entity. Normally, I do everything I can to come out ahead in these sorts of dealings, but I feel that time is of the essence here. And There have been plenty of customers lately. I suppose this one could be easily negotiated.
What is it that you require?
Well, I had a whole list of things I was hoping to get from the Zegetrau, particularly from your bloodline, but taking advantage of you at this time just doesn't feel right. No. The right thing to do would just be to help you. So I will give you the information you need to start, but I will withhold the power you need to finish. If you feel you can finish without my help, then you incur no costs or fees. I'll leave that up to you to decide.
Very well.
In my visions, I have seen a sunken ship. It is nothing special. It has been looted over and over. Contains nothing of value. Unless information is valuable. For bound to the ship is the ghost of a man. He languishes, tormented, day and night, by betrayal, by his own impotence. I was contemplating sending my own agents to speak with him, but you fortuitously arrived before I needed to do so. Whatever life this ghost lived, whatever ties he had to the mortal world, are tied up in what is happening now. Go and speak with the spirit and see what you can learn. I have a feeling everything will begin falling into place. I just hope we're in the right place when it does.
Thank you. We will go immediately.
Of course, unless you're tired and weary, you're welcome to stay for a while. We have a great many delicacies that sky children never get to indulge in.
Yeah, guys.
What?
I'm pretty sure I burned through like 30% of my spell slots during this conversation.
We long rested. Oh.
I'm sure that is.
Well, then you shouldn't stay here. Then you should go back to the boat and then rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the boat.
That was like a 10-minute conversation. You've burned through like what?
Yeah, that was like one. That was one spell slot.
We'll say 2 tops, because you had to like leave the ship, get brought before, have the conversation.
Yeah,
and then
Django
immediately
saying, yeah.
swim back full speed. Yeah, so you're at the cusp of a 3rd first level spell slot here.
We shall take our leave for now. We will return once we have found the information that we seek.
Okay.
Ethan, go.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm going as fast as I can.
All right. As you head back towards the ship, this guy, maybe? There we go. He waves at lift.
I'll try my best to say hi.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming you got the directions to this place.
Yeah, I'm
you know.
assuming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then you head back to the ship.
Yeah, one thing I want to do when we get back to the ship. Do I know of any magical items or anything that can be used to prevent like divination? Like
Sure.
Yeah.
Forbidden spells, non-detection. They make non-detection rings and amulets, or at least they used to, way back in the day. I don't know. Forbidden is essentially an area that has been treated against specific spells or magical effects. Anything that's operating inside like a lead-lined room would be blocked from most divination magics.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
You get the feeling that your sister operating at a pretty high level of magic user, like a little bit higher than yourself, maybe close to yourself. Your mom, similar. Like, she never really had that much talent. Say she,
Yeah.
she cut.
Well, it's the Ursula thing being blocked out that makes it very high level then.
Right. Yeah. So the fact that this creature, whose whole business is divination and alteration, cannot get all of the information is very troubling.
Her name is Ursula, right? I didn't just.
No, I don't think her name's Ursula.
Oh no, it's the sea witch. Yeah.
Why would her name be Ursula? I don't understand.
I wrote it in my notes.
Oh, I think somebody else kept saying it was Ursula over and over again. Yeah.
Who said that?
Of course, it's Gashara.
Just looks like
Always tricking us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody actually dropped her actual name.
Yeah, we'll just call her the Sea Witch for now.
Yeah, that's all they've ever called her.
Oh.
I'd ask her, but she'd probably ask for like something in return. So.
Oh, probably. Because in case a DM is allowing that nameomancer or whatever from UA, you want to make sure that you got your name locked down.
Oh yeah. Her true name. All right. Yes. Let's head back to the boat.
Okay.
See, this is why I have a silent D in my name, so someone thinks they know my name, but they don't really.
Smart Django.
All right. So back at the ship, you're going to investigate the sunken ship. You have the rough directions of where it would be located. Are you happy with your B team, keeping in mind the constraints of underwater travel and how that might affect some individuals?
Oh yeah. What is our current B team? Because I think we changed it to use Foundry, right? Is there a sheet that we have, or?
I don't think there's a sheet. I know I updated the spreadsheet with more information. I know I made a handful. I made a handful of items out of your B team people, but I don't think I made all of them into B team items. And also, I made a lot of those before you split up your crew. So, like that Phipps Chumlet thing, like there's, obviously you can't equip Phipps Chumlet anymore.
Okay. B team. So currently we have Sandara. We should not take Jinjo.
Okay.
We can take. We could take either Shivaka or Jimmy, Django.
Well, I think in this case, considering we gonna be underwater and she's amphibious, I think Shivaka would probably be the better choice here.
Okay. So we'll take Sandara, Shivaka. Yeah, I had to restart. Like,
Yeah, I'm
some
gonna-
dice got lagged out, and then I had to restart.
Try to restart.
That's
Yeah.
not good. It's been screwy since Sunday then.
It got to
On-
90% when you changed the dashboard, and then had to reload and put my info in.
I think it was like a combination of someone rolling dice plus you were loading a map or whatever, and then it just bugged out.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, so we have Sandara, Shivaka.
Okay.
Who else do we have that can breathe water? I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Sandara can cast water. Oh, you can cast water breathing?
Well, we can just keep visiting your mom.
Sure.
Isn't she giving us like
Yeah,
the
I'll
ability
take Wu Mei.
to see underwater and swim and stuff?
I think that's for like 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could do that if it's on the way.
Okay.
So Sandara, Shivaka, Wu Mei, and we can have space for 2 more.
I think this time I'll
Guys.
take this. I'll take this downtime that we're about to have to
Okay.
re-equip weapons and unattune and reattune to things.
Okay.
To try out my new kit, my new arm.
So I would go to find Shivaka, let her know she's gonna be on the B team with us, and say like, so how are you and Jimmy going with training Alphonse?
Wait, you're gonna ask her that? I
Yeah.
mean, she's
I mean, it hasn't really been that long, since you were gone for like a couple of minutes, like 20 minutes.
And you haven't done a thing? What have you been doing?
Well, we had to, we were dangerous waters. I was on lookout, and there was.
Slacking. That's what I'm hearing, Shivaka.
This is how you die.
Then I just
This is how you
winded
die in your sleep.
her eyes narrow. Yeah, her eyes definitely narrow menacingly, and she says,
Oh, okay. I see.
I go to nudge Django in the ribs, a tiny, like super short, so it's just like right above the knee, and I just say, I got you.
No, you don't got me. And I don't care what you say, Kishara, you are still permabanned from the Bullet Club.
Well, I have a book club now, so there. It's the largest club on the ship, probably.
Oh, I've been practicing with my guns. I could join their B team.
No, Alphonse, I appreciate
I
your
have some pretty
enthusiasm.
good moves.
Yes, sir.
Show
And
me your
you need
moves.
a big guy because you can't bring Jinjo.
Show me your moves.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
All right, go ahead and give us a demonstration then.
Yeah, sure.
Show me your move.
okay. He reaches down to his holsters, and as he goes to grab the guns out of the holsters, he just pushes the whole gun belt like off of his waist, and it slides down his thighs, his knees, and then to the deck of the ship.
Now, those are the kind of skills we need in book club.
Hold on. And he kind of goes to grab the guns, but he trips on the belt, which is now around his ankles, and just kind of collapses into a pile of armor on the floor.
Well,
I'm okay. Just give me a few minutes to put myself back together. I'll show you my moves afterwards.
it's all right, Alphonse. You keep practicing. Shivaka, you gonna be on a B team with us for this. Jimmy, you got your work cut out for you.
I haven't been on the B team in a while.
Though I will say this, since this was an assignment I gave to both of you, I will say if Jim is able to get Alphonse shooting decently, that does also count as you achieving this, just so we're on the same page, y'all.
I appreciate that, but it's not gonna happen. So,
hey, I told you if y'all make this happen,
it's blood from a stone. It's blood from a stone. It's not gonna happen.
Well,
he's literally fallen to pieces, Django.
Darling,
Like it's not a saying. Like his arm is over there, and his head is over there.
Darling, I went through the digestive tract of an eldritch beast to save my boyfriend. I don't believe it impossible.
Well, I feel like you got, well, okay. I'm just glad I'm on the B team, that's all. Because, yeah, wow. Okay. So who else on the B team? This is like we got the three best girls of the whole ship here. So, is there anyone else that do we really need anyone else?
I'm on the B team now?
Who's on it right now?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Kishara. I thought you still identified as an old man, so I don't think of you as a woman.
No, that's fair.
Okay, right now we have Sandara, Shivaka, and Wume. We have
Do you
2
think that
slots
this
left.
ghost is really old? Because, I mean, if it's an old man ghost, that's sort of in my wheelhouse.
She's not wrong.
I mean, we can always bring Phipps.
We can't bring Phipps.
It's Phipps is on another ship.
Phipps is a
Oh,
captain
shit.
now.
Dang it, I forgot. Well, we need to update our B team.
Growing
we have-
pains.
Well, that's what we're
Growing
doing
pains.
right now. We're updating our B team.
Hey guys, we need to update our B team, okay?
We can choose between Pigo, Tarina, Alphonse, and
I mean,
Dane.
I sent you guys the visual roster of your new crew, but none of them have been quote unquote activated. That is to say, they just run basic bitch chores in the background.
Let's bring Danish. Let's bring Danish.
Okay, yeah. Danish grabs her 7 axes and joins the B team.
Because she does have advantage with old men, and a male ghost is technically an old man, maybe.
I have a question.
It would depend on how the ghost is made.
Hey, is it alright if I sit this out?
Wait, OC, are you gonna leave us? Or are you gonna play as an NPC? Like, are you not feeling well?
Oh. No, I don't want to get fucking aged into oblivion.
Oh,
And I
this is
got,
a
like-
double whammy for
I
you
got-
because you're at the bottom of the ocean, so devil fruit, and then
Yeah.
it's a ghost, and you only live like 30 years. The ghost would kill you instantly.
Yeah. And I'm like 15 already.
But
so,
Onalora gives you a
one-
+5 to any saving throw, so there's absolutely no way you can get aged by this ghost as long as you stay close to Onalora.
You'll be fine, Captain.
Well, now you jinxed me. Now I'm definitely getting aged into oblivion by that ghost.
Well,
You
like,
have to fail by 5 or more.
Can't we bring our ship close to the sunken ship?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And you can yell at him from the ship, Captain, like a real Captain.
Maybe I could trick him onto our boat. And we beat him up on our boat.
You could sing him a song and be a real bard too.
We're not beating him up, Captain.
No, not that kind of.
Captain, we're going to talk to him.
Yeah, so like I say, maybe we could just trick him onto our boat and beat him up.
Why do you want to beat him up?
Because he's a ghost.
Seeing that you guys
He's
are
our
having
only
trouble
source of information.
figuring out who to bring on the B team, a very forward-thinking woman who knows her place and her way in the world walks up and steps into the slot number 5.
Pego.
I
already
thought
have
Danish was
Pigo
taking
there.
it. I'm so
Pego.
confused.
No, it's a
No,
great
I have
idea.
Pigo in
It's a
slot
great idea.
4. I already
Oh.
have him or have her in slot 4.
Hego.
And
I was
the
just- I wanted to
subtitle,
bring
the
blue
subtitle
turtles.
below says "Girls Get It Done."
Team
Yeah, we
girl
have 5.
power.
We have 5 girls on our B team.
Well, let's top it off with the 5th, Alphonse.
No, that's
we-
already 5.
We already have
Yeah,
5 left.
I
Team
can't
Team's
count.
5.
It's all good.
Lift, you
Those are so hard, guys.
gotta stop. You gotta stop dipping into your own stash.
I was distracted by
Fuck,
the
man.
Switch.
Then you'll have
All right.
nothing else to sell.
All I can think about how great the boys are. Like, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Bear.
It's all good. That is a good show, though. That is a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
For
What I gotta
So-
sacrifice to
So gross.
be
so gross.
Wait.
The gross.
yeah.
No.
It's a lot of tentacles. It's a lot
What
of
I gotta
do that.
sacrifice.
Can't do that,
Can't do
Claximus.
what? Can't do what?
That's against Twitch rules. You can't act like that.
You could act like it, you just can't say it. That's all.
He's about to do it.
No, as long as he doesn't say the word. Plus, you have till January to get all your system. All right.
Say it. Say
What
it.
I gotta
that
sacrifice for that?
To get tier 3 content? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. What I gotta sacrifice to get this?
It's
content right
about
here?
as bad as real life. Yeah,
okay.
it's about as bad as real life. So,
All right.
all right.
So like $30.
as you guys arrive at the coordinates, you look around and you see that yes, there is an undersea ridge that sort of looks like a pig. Kind of nod. Yeah. Okay. You look a couple of leagues to the right, and you see the undersea volcano that checks out. And then you kind of look in between, and you see the crevasse where the ship is apparently sunken. The crevasse is conveniently too narrow to fit your ship. You'll have to send an away team down, a la, I don't know, fucking pirates, or Star Trek, which is also basically just pirates, if we're being honest. So,
Okay. Cap.
all right.
This is as close as we're gonna be able to get.
Can't we just crash our boat into it? Is that
No,
not
we can't.
possible? All right.
Well, ask the boat.
Or Captain, you could.
Alphonse approaches. He has attached his left arm to his head slot, his head to his codpiece slot, and so on and so forth. Yes. If you're into weirdly assembled suits of armor, he's looking pretty dope. Otherwise, he looks pretty stupid. And he says, I got dressed as quick as I could.
Well, you look so handsome.
Is the B team full? I heard the captain doesn't want to go. I could go for the captain.
Yeah, Captain. Yeah. Why don't you sit this one out, and you pilot Alphonse with this this mouthpiece here. I just put like a mic or something.
That's fine. Okay.
Oh, the headset. Nice.
All right. Let me give you
Alright.
access to Alphonse's sheet. Hold on.
Is this like Pacific Rim? Do I have to go downstairs to get like in a latex suit?
Why can't you
The
set up
way
on-
that I have it set up,
Because
you
even
do.
though Annalora pointed out that you guys had a quest to go get an undersea suit of armor that would protect a devil fruit user from being under the water, you guys never went and looked for it.
Yeah,
Guys,
but
That's not my fault. So
I heard it was dangerous. I decided to fight a living god instead.
here, Captain. You also, while you're here, why don't you just go ahead and just hand over Diodario, and then we'll just put
Lift
him.
all the way down there. Why are you
Then
all the
we'll
way
just-
down there? Lift.
We'll just put
there's multiple
Diodario inside of Alphonse.
Here, you can
and
sit.
there
You
go.
can sit on Laura's lap. There you go.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hello.
You gonna go?
I'll just go and get killed.
You just go get killed. Okay.
Captain, I've got this for you. I am ready.
Look at him,
Son.
Captain. He's ready.
Son, you are many things. Ready is not one of them. I need you to go fix this stuff.
What do you mean?
He's saying you have to check yourself, Alphonse,
Oh.
Yeah.
before you wreck yourself.
You got your headpiece on your codpiece, and you got your codpiece on your headpiece.
That's not true. He says our piece on his headpiece.
I don't know.
Yes, that's right, Junior. Move it along. We don't need any more talking constructs on this adventure. Go on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go. Shoo.
Be like,
If
It
I
could be your
die,
son.
turn
Could be your son, Theodario. That's me.
He's treating you like a dirty pigeon, Alphonse. You can take that.
Pigeon is, but I'm upset, and my morale's low. And he just starts sobbing in his crotch as he runs away.
It sounds like a job for his parents.
He trips over some rope and just explodes. Parts go everywhere.
As I look
you
at
hear
Jimmy.
you hear the deepest, longest sigh from Jimmy.
Take care of your son, Jimmy. Take care of your son.
This is like a sad big hero six.
Never thought I'd think about throwing myself back down the well.
well, Jimmy, remember,
Ninja.
I used to think it was impossible that I would have found you ever again, and well, look what happened.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, your
Look,
father.
Ninja.
Captain.
I'm gonna go fight a ghost. I need you to go find me a fuckload of mirrors, a fuckload of garlic. All right. I need a steak. Right, like wooden steaks. Give me as many of them as you can get.
All right.
I don't know. What else don't ghosts like?
Salt. They don't like salt.
Yeah, get me some salt.
All right. You smell something divine about 20 minutes later. Croup shows up and he says, Captain, Jinjo explained the whole situation to me, and you know you're like one of my boys. You're like a son to me. So when I heard you needed salty steak, I whipped it up right away. Lots of garlic too, Captain.
Yeah, I look at it, and I was like,
Do we?
Oh, and
Perfect.
it seemed a bit prima donna, but not for you. So that's why we're serving it on this mirror.
well, it's gonna have to do. Give me it.
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
Take it from him, and cast
You
a
have
bubble on myself.
you have a salty garlic steak on a mirror.
Do we have any
Is it
clay
good?
for Danish for her ghost date that she's about to have?
Oh, should she when you point that out, she gets a little nervous. Do you think I need to like doll up or something? Like, I was just gonna wear my normal clothes.
That's fine.
So Danish, this is the oldest man you're probably ever going to see.
You think so? I don't know. Snuggly seemed pretty
Probably.
old.
All right,
Yeah.
girls, here's what we do.
Mhm.
Danish, I imagine this guy hasn't seen anyone in hundreds and hundreds of years.
Oh, is he that old?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go change. Zendara, you change into something that covers up. Everyone cover up, except for
Covers up? What?
Wait, including me? Do I have to cover up?
I waited
Yes.
forever to get this body back. I ain't gonna just throw it underneath some clothes. You
Hide
know what?
it.
It's against my religion.
I don't think that's true.
I
Hide it.
take the amulet, no, the diadem thing off her head
What?
with my mage hand.
Oh man. All right. There's the anime poof of smoke, and then she is a small, tall fellow halfling again.
That ought to work. And then my mage hand hands it to her and then pats her on the back.
She immediately puts it back on, and eyes you as she goes to get something slightly more modest.
All right. Wu Mei, you're fine. Shivika, you're fine.
Piggo's wearing her armor, so she's fine. In case you were worried.
Pigo, you're fine.
I guess I'll wear my mask.
Clacksmith, wear your mask. Put mud in your hair.
Mud in my hair. I
Yeah.
ain't putting mud in my hair.
You
Well, I
look
just-
like a ghost. What if he likes you?
I don't look like a ghost. I look like I look like a man with a. Here, why don't I just unbraid my hair, okay, and mess it up? How's that? Okay.
Well, talk amongst the crew is you look like what was the word? A snack.
Snack. I like this.
Not even just part of it, like a whole snack.
I think Drosha even said that you look like a biscuit that she wanted to dip in gravy.
Ooh. Look, how about I just put on some like clothes?
Yeah, that'll work.
Like a
And
toga.
lift, you too. You too lift.
Wait, what am I doing?
Just be a crab.
Don't look like yourself. Yeah.
When we get there, not now, but when we get there, just look like a crab.
All right. Do I have to change anything about how I look?
No, just we can't bring Jimmy.
Was the
That's
old
it.
man a tabaxi ghost?
They didn't specify.
I think we'll be fine as long as we don't bring Jimmy.
We'll be fine.
No, we need to have Django shave.
What?
Should I change?
All of his fur needs to go.
Now you're ugly enough.
Oh, like one of them Sphinx cats?
Yeah, or like it helps with your swimming. Think about that, Django.
No, if you come anywhere near me with a razor, I will. It's like I will slash you with my claws, and I
Wait.
do not know when I'm gonna stop.
I'm just gonna put it out there now that Liv kind of mentions it. Like, I've always been kind of curious what you would look like with no fur. Just saying. So.
They have those.
My mage hand goes and grabs some shears.
Oh,
Can I,
And then starts floating towards Django.
I want to take a hard.
No,
look
this
at
isn't the
Django.
time. This isn't the time for that. This isn't the time.
Oh no,
This isn't
guys, I got this.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take a hard look at Django, and then I'm gonna mash many faces myself into a fucking tabaxi, but with no fur.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shivaka like throws up a little bit in her mouth.
And she's like, wow, it's like you combine Django with like a Valorian's testicles.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's wow.
All right, let's go see this ghost.
thank you.
Might as well stay like that, Captain.
It's like your whole body's a penis.
Yeah, like in a good way or?
A bad way.
No.
A terrible way.
Yeah.
I never want to look at you way.
I've seen a lot of fucked up shit, Captain, but this is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
That's good.
Well,
I like it.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
personally enjoy this.
As long we need to do everything we can to make Danish look like the best.
Well, can't you take care of her? You're the one who gives yourself glow-ups that are just like, ooh la la.
Wait. Sidar crosses her arms under her hefty bosom and says, "Wait a minute. You're having all of us dressed down so that she looks better?"
Well, we want to make sure there's no competition. Unless you plan to seduce the ghost.
Wow. I feel attacked right now. Okay? You think I'm just
Do
gonna
you want to
seduce
seduce
some
the ghost?
random ghost? That's crazy.
He'll make you old. So you
I don't think
wanna
it's
do
as
that.
much about us.
You should be more concerned about the bard doing that, and she motions to Django.
I'm not a bard. I'm not a fighter. I'm a rogue.
Yeah, Django, where did you let her sing?
It's something I picked up on the plantation. You gotta do something while you're working the fields.
Are
Ain't
you
that
sure
right,
you're not a
Jimmy?
bard? Because you've been charming these two, and I point to Shivaka and Jimmy. I was like, real good. So I don't
You
know.
know, and you do pick up on shit pretty quick. Like you pick up on things extraordinarily
Yes.
fast.
Like a
Kind of
rogue
like you're
does.
proficient in everything.
And besides, when it comes to charming, Jimmy's the one who charmed me first. Ain't that right, Tiger?
Jimmy is too busy trying to teach this robot how to hold a gun without shooting himself in the face. But I'm sure he would agree if he had time. So, all right, as you guys descend towards the rift, you leave the safety of the ship behind. Captain, I'm going to start the timer. Yeah, Because you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. So it's 11:34. Well, let's see. It would have taken some time to get over here. So let's advance this.
We didn't get a long rest, did we?
We did before.
Yeah, you could have got a
while
long
you were
rest.
gone.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
So we'll
the dumbass
say
that I'm gonna remove.
about 9 in the morning. That sounds good. Travel throughout the night. Get here. Night and day. It don't really matter. Down under the sea. You know what I'm saying? A place below the ocean. Sorry. Okay. You see that the walls of the rift are overgrown with coral, which I have some lovely coral to show you in case you don't know what coral looks like at this point in our pirate campaign.
I don't.
There you go.
Ooh, now I do.
All right. And I think I already preloaded this map, so hopefully.
Zoom out a bit, take a look. Ooh. Yeah, that looking cool.
I like how for Bubbles, every map is just like this oversaturated, like unlit nightmare because of Devil Sight. We have all these amazing lighting tools, and the characters with Devil Sight are like, fuck that.
Everything's gray.
Yeah.
The whole world.
I don't think it should be gray, should it? If you got Devil Sight?
I mean, this is all gray.
Oh, okay.
This whole map, except for the, shit.
All right. As you guys drift down and down and down, it opens up a bit, and you see the ocean floor below and the ship. There are a number of beautiful sea creatures drawn onto this map, but they're just there for ambiance. So they're not actually there. They're there to remind you that you're under the sea. In case
We haven't aggroed them. Okay.
Sure. Careful with your AoEs. Killed a lot of animals with AoE in the last couple weeks. I feel terrible about it. So, all right, but yeah, there is glowing. Maybe they're not glowing. I don't know. I don't think this coral glows actually. Nope. There's just some bright, colorful coral growth all over the walls in different places. As you reach the bottom, a creature darts out of some of the coral and begins heading towards you, making a horrible whinnying scream. The creature is hideous to behold, a horrible combination of serpent and horse. Yes.
Oh my god, what is that?
If you need to vomit, it's okay. You know that this is a seahorse or some relation of a seahorse. The creature, as it whinnies in terror, it swims into the light and it narrows its black beady eyes against the light that you guys are emitting, and it cries out in Draconic. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Yes. Not me, but a skull here does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it cries out in Draconic. Sounds very cool. And Diodario says, it says, help, they're trying to eat me. And at that point, the game pauses.
Can I say I have Friend of the Sea, so I'm going to gesture that we are not hostile.
Okay. I think it picked up on that because it came to you for help.
Oh.
Yeah, totally.
Totally not talking about that.
As soon as it saw your beautiful, nerdy face, it knew that you were a safe person.
Okay. I thought he was about to jump us with like 50 seahorses.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, that's what he said. They're trying to eat me. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I
you're not on the
misinterpreted
BT.
that.
There we go. Wait, you're not on the BTB there. Come on, Bubbles. Get your shit together. Oh, there we go. I don't want to include them in the initiative. That's why I'm moving them off to the side. All right, so B team fades into the background, and these jabrones all get rolled into initiative. All right, again, the initiative tracker, it's a little fist. If you right click it, it'll turn into its own little window so you can still see the chat. You gotta find yourself for the tracker. You gotta roll the little dice thingy next to your name.
Have we figured out how to
Resize it.
roll with
Pop it out?
advantage? No, roll with advantage and
Oh,
add a 1d6.
I don't know about adding the 1d6. You could just add the 1d6 and I'll manually change it.
Okay, so how do I do
with the advantage, I could have sworn it should already be doing that for you.
Yeah.
In Odyssey.
Special traits.
Yeah.
Special traits, and then just check the advantage on initiative box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I have that checked off. Okay, good.
Okay.
So, this icon, go over, press the fist, roll, and then a 1d6. So just add a 1 to that, if it needed.
I know this music is from WoW, but I'm getting some serious Goonies vibes off of it. I don't know why. It's really weird. Hey, you guys.
Hey,
Man.
you guys!
We haven't had some combat in a while, man. Let's see. We gotta enjoy all the music we can before January. Let's see.
Is there a way to resize the combat tracker after it's popped out?
No.
I don't.
Like
Okay.
it's thick as hell.
You
Not
can pop
that
it
I-
out. That's about it.
Yeah, if you pop it out into another window. You
Yeah,
can
but
also
then it
double
won't be
click
on.
it at the top and it'll disappear, and you can double click it, it'll open again.
Yeah, I was just kind of hoping I could make it a little narrower. That's all. That's all right.
Try minimizing it by double clicking and then opening it again. It might open smaller.
Oh, it did. That's so weird.
It is weird. All right. Claximus, you're up first, and you see that there are a number of creatures headed your way. One of them you see through the coral forest. It is also a seahorse-like creature, but it looks mean and hungry. It is approximately 6 feet long, so about a medium-sized creature. It kind of reminds you of the reef claws that you had to fight when you were a little baby pirate. But
Except
maybe
now
like
these are deep sea ones.
Yeah, like a deep sea variety.
Okay.
Okay, so you're up. What do you want to do?
I get. Did Analuna's mom recast a spell on us before we left?
That's what it sounded like. It sounded like you
Okay.
guys returned for a pit stop and then headed back out.
Then I would move here, get in front
Okay.
of this person, this
Mhm.
sea elf, and then I would activate my arm. So transform my arm into the crab arm. Real
Okay.
horrendous like in front of this creature so it can see me, and I think that was an action, so that would be a bonus action then to rage.
Okay.
Alright. Move action and bonus action. Done.
All right. Seeing that you've come to steal its prey, it's just going to swim up and attack you. All right. This thing's got a multi-attack, 1 bite, 1 claw, 1 stinger. Oh, okay. What else you got here? Ew. Oh, that's absolutely disgusting. Oh my god. Okay. Good to know. All right. I guess it's gonna open with a sting. There we go. That's terrible. Here's a claw. And here is a bite. All right, well done. You tank 1, 2, 3 attacks from the creature.
All right.
Alrighty. Bubbles, to you.
All right. I'm gonna get to here, and then I'm gonna blast that dude with Eldritch Blast. That's on my third.
Oh, I forgot to put your air bubble on. Oh man.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh no, that's terrible. There we go.
Oh wow, that's awesome. So those are the 2 Eldritch Blasts going at that guy.
Oh nice. Okay. 13 does not hit. 16 does hit. Takes 6 points of damage.
Alright. That's all I got.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Coming out of its camouflage concealment, these creatures can apparently change their color pigmentation to match the surrounding terrain. This creature begins to swim forward. Let's see. Oh. There we go. All right, so it's gonna swim 50, and then it's gonna dash another 50 to there. As far as height goes, we're gonna treat everybody as, we're gonna say 30 feet above the seafloor. Does that sound good? That'll be like ground zero, so you can kind of count up or down from there. Okay. On Laura, it's you.
Yep. Ooh, okay, let's see. Let's see. There's a new spell, so I'm just checking it. Uh, 30-foot line. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna use my action to summon Levy.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I tell Levy to shoot at the self-disciplined coral.
Okay. 14 does not hit. Creature kind of turns in the water as the blast jets past it.
Right. That is my turn.
All right, Django, to you.
And let's see here. Next movement here. Alright, then let's see here. Let's go ahead and take a shot, shift pistol at this one down here.
Uh, 21 for 7 definitely hits, and they are adjacent to an ally, so sneak attack.
Alright. For additional 16.
All right, that's a gentle Django sneak attack.
And bonus action, I'll go the Jimmy pistol on the offhand. Ooh. For 14 radiance.
Nice. It takes the full damage.
then that will be my turn.
Okay. All right. This small creature. Well, I mean, that's literally a small creature, so it's about 3 feet long. It looks over at Levy, and it's gonna swim over and hide behind Analora and Levy. And it's gonna take a dodge action, I'm thinking. All right. Yeah, that's all it's gonna do for now. That brings us to lift.
Right. Let's see here. I will move 20 feet over here, and I will cast Ray of Frost. So I'll take out my staff, wave it around.
Nice.
For whatever reason, I can't cast off this. So let's see, it's a 2d8.
So on your character sheet, there should be under Spellbook a section now called Antipodal Staff.
There is, and when I pull it up, there's no cast like my other spells.
For Ray of Frost?
Yeah.
Oh, I just cast off of it.
What am I doing wrong here?
See where it says Ray of Frost? You're gonna mouse over the little blue burst looking thing. It'll turn into a black D20, and you'll click that, and it'll just roll it.
There, I still don't see it. I'm gonna roll manually.
Okay. It wouldn't be under your features or your inventory. It'd actually be under your spellbook.
Yeah, I'm in Spellbook. I scroll down to the staff. I pull up Ray of Frost. It pops out.
You just have to hover over it, and then to the left of where this Ray of Frost.
Yeah, thank
Oh,
you.
no worries. We're still all learning this new program.
Got it. Okay. So, 12.
Yeah, when you yeah, there you go. See, it'll look like that when you mouse over it. Yep. And not all of them have icons, so you'll just mouse over that empty space and it'll do it. Okay. So now you would hit. There you go. Okay. Yeah. You go to fire it, and you just kind of create a beautiful stream of ice from the staff, and it comes up short of the creature, snaps off, and begins to float up towards the surface.
Beautiful. All right, that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the Swift Coral Drake. All right. It bursts out of hiding. There we go. And it's going to swim and dash to here. There we go. All right, Kishara, to you.
All right. The crossbows don't suffer from disadvantage in the water, right? So
Correct. Yep. The crossbow union was very adamant that they would not be penalized underwater.
Yeah, we're a strong little group there. I'm gonna shoot at him with my bolt shard crossbow in that case.
Okay. Beautiful. That is going to hit and qualify for sneak attack.
Shit, I don't think I've ever rolled a sneak attack in Foundry before. Nope, I haven't, because it just didn't do it. All right.
Oh, there's a macro for sneak attack, which is pretty cool. That oh, that works too. All right.
Yeah, I don't really want to move any closer or anything. So
The creature is bloodied.
bonus action, nothing, and movement, also nothing.
Okay. All right. Are you staying up by Analora and crew? Or are you gonna float down towards the bottom? Are you okay with?
I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. So I'll put you at 30 with everybody else. Okay. All right. That brings us to interchangeable. Oh no, I just killed it. There we go. All right. Let's see. This one swims up, and it seems to be very, very pregnant. Like its belly is just like very fat and swollen. As it swims up to you, Claxibus, you can see it start like making some like heavy muscular seizing movements with its body. And it swims right up into your face, and it vomits forth a 15-foot cone of babies.
Okay.
Okay, so this is against you and Bubbles. You are barbarian. You did see it coming. But yeah, it pressurized its baby sacs and spewed forth a 15-foot cone of spawn. The babies begin biting at your eyes, tried to blind you.
Well, it's a good thing I saw this coming.
Yeah.
So what?
What a remarkable creature. Yeah, Bubbles, you turn to Claxibus and say, saw what? As baby seahorse monsters begin spatting against your face as they enter the bubble around you and latch onto you like tiny lampreys. Some of them bite you on the eyes and face. You are now blinded for a round. And you take 24 points of piercing damage. Claxmus, you take half of that, and then half again because you're raging, so you take 6 points of piercing damage.
All right.
All right. And that is that one's turn. All right, and then finally, the last one rolls up on the scene. Maybe? Shit. Where's the last one? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it was already there the whole time. Bobbles, it's gonna swim up to you, and it is going to attack. Because you are blinded, it is going to have advantage to these attacks.
Okay.
All right. First, it's gonna try and sting you. Then it's gonna try and claw you, and then it's gonna try and bite you. All right, let's see what happens. 10 doesn't come close. 22 for 27 slashing damage.
Just field that.
Fair. And then 24 for 18.
That would just barely meet it.
Okay, so you take 18 points of damage as this thing bites onto you, plunging its head through your air bubble and biting into your chest. Maybe even eating some babies in the process. All right, top of the round, Claxibus.
Okay. Let me know if I can do this or not.
Sure.
I have a versatile weapon. Can you versatile attack, then not versatile attack? Or does it, if you do it versatile, is it all versatile?
I think for the round, you're stuck with one or the other.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then I'll go ahead and then recklessly attack the injured one normally. That's a 17 to hit.
That hit.
All right. Dang it. And then here's a divine.
Right.
Still kicking.
Still kicking.
All right. I'll go ahead and attack it again.
Ooh, very nice.
All right. Still
And that
alive.
will finish it off.
All right. Then I will go around like so. And end my turn there.
Okay. All right, this one is dead. Or moved from tractor. Bubbles, you.
All right, I'm blinded, so
You're blind just for this round.
I'm going to attack the one that was fucking attacking me with the sunblade twice. Get this
Okay.
started.
Oof, that is not going to hit.
Yeah.
Somewhere, an unemployed force elemental cries out. 15 is just shy of the armor class.
Look, well, as a bonus action, I'm gonna heal a word myself.
Mm.
And then that's all I'll do.
Okay. Let's see. Zealous Coral Drake. Let me double check something real quick. Wrath Weapon is blinded for X number of rounds. It doesn't actually say how long the rounds are. So I'm assuming you're blinded until this guy's, the one that breathed on you, his turn comes back up again, which would represent a full round.
Yeah, I'm assuming that.
All right, so this guy's going to swim up, and he's going to attack you. All right, same deal. It's going to do Stinger, Claw, Bite. All right, Stinger is a 20, Claw is a 25, Bite is a 22.
I'm in the field, so
All right.
one claw will hit me.
All right, Claw hits for 18. All right, Analora, to you.
Okay.
This tiny, well, not tiny, this 3-foot-long seahorse behind you continues letting out whinnies of panic.
Yeah, can I do like an item interact and put the seahorse in one of my bags?
It's 3
Or
feet
like
long.
Oh, it's 3 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point towards lift
Okay.
and gesture to it using my friend of the sea or whatever. Go to lift. He'll protect you.
Okay.
Okay. And then, let me see if I can line this up. Okay, I want Levy to shoot at this one, the Zealous Coral
Okay.
Drake.
19 hits.
19.
11 points of damage.
Okay, it's gonna push it. I want Levy to push it down
What? Okay.
down there. I'm gonna swim here. With my action, I want to cast new spell, Tasha's Caustic Brew.
All right. Stream of acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet in the direction you choose. Each creature in the line must do a dexterity saving throw, be covered in acid until the creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off or another creature. Okay. Creature covered in acid takes 2d4 acid at the start of each of its turns. Okay.
Yeah, so this line, I don't know if you can see that because of my ruler.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Yeah, so it should hit all 3 of them.
Okay.
So DC 17 dexterity.
All right. There we go. They all, sorry, 2 of them fail, 1 of them passes.
Yep. Yeah, so they are. Yeah, they have acid and they just take it at the start of their turn.
Okay. All right. Anything else from Laura?
That'll be it.
Okay. That brings us to Django.
All right. So let's take the movement here to start. And I'll go ahead and take attack action with the ship's pistol against this one here near the captain.
Ooh, all right. 17 hits for 8.
And sneak attack.
Do it.
Additional 16.
Alrighty.
And bonus action with the pistol on the same target. $17 for 7 radiant.
Okay, same target. Okay.
And
Anything
then
else
that'll be all for
Django?
me.
Okay.
That'll do.
All right. This seahorse creature swibs up and begins to wrap itself around Lift, letting out whinnies of terror. A jealous piggo looks on. I don't know if we're allowed to say cuck anymore, but she feels cucked right now.
Yeah, you are allowed to say that.
Really?
You're still allowed to say cucked? Is there like a dictionary that we'll have access to in Jan? So we know
There's only 4 words that are banned right now, so.
Okay.
Right now or in January?
Right now.
It's gonna be rough
I'm sure
in
it's
January.
gonna be more. It's gonna be more, yeah.
The only music in January, it's gonna be like Seinfeld. I'm just gonna play spoons on my cheeks, like the whole time we're doing stuff. So that's the only music we're gonna have. All right, Lift, to you.
Yeah, I kind of shrug this thing off.
Okay.
I look at Kashara. I'm like, swim to Kashara. It'll keep you safe.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move 25 feet here. I'm going to put my hands on Captain, give him a little bit of healing. So we'll cast, let's see here, Cure Wounds at level, this is going to be a big one, Captain, at level 4.
Oh, thank God. Holy fuck.
Here we go.
Oh, am I allowed to say fuck now?
No, you're still allowed to say that.
Yeah, you're always left. Then with my bonus action, I am doing what I should have done, which is turn into a giant crab, because I got to get ugly. I'm remembering this. I'll get this down. Here it is. Giant crab, hulking crab. That's what I meant.
Oh, you are not alone. Other people who play druids have tried the whole wild shape thing, and they don't like it. So they're also moving their dudes off to the side, just bringing out a separate monster.
Yeah, that's the way to go. So so I'm a hulking crab, and I like this.
Nice. Okay.
And that's all I can do. But I look menacingly at the other things, start clacking.
Yeah. They actually take a second to look at you and try to process exactly what they're seeing, and you realize that their intelligence. These are not stupid animals. They have a sentience to them in their eyes that kind of lets you know that there's more going on in there than just a bunch of undersea wolves that are hunting. All right.
Figured the crab.
All right. Let's see. This one over here, Swifty, looks over at their quarry, and then you see it look around as if it's realizing where it is. And then, in Draconic, it says some words. All right. It's gonna swim to here. Yeah, that works. And I think this will work. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah. And it will vomit babies all over Onalora, Bubbles, and Hulking Crab. All right. Here comes some babies for you. It's a sub-context theme of this whole adventure is babies, I guess. Oh, it's gentle. It's gentle. Only 18 plus damage. No problem, Bubbles. Take half, aren't blinded.
I'm gonna add 5 to that.
Okay. So you take half, are not blinded. And Hulk and Crab. They just start eating your eye stalks. They will be eating your eye stalks for 1 round, so not too bad. All right. And then with its remaining movement, it's going to move back some more. This will provoke from Monalora if she has something that she wants to use.
Let's see. I mean, I don't have Warcaster, so.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. All right. Save that. Well, actually, you don't have a reaction anyways because you just used your reactions.
Yeah, I just used it.
All right. Kishara, to you.
All right. Seeing all of the fun things everyone's doing, I'm gonna pick up my crossbow and shoot the zealous coral drake with it.
Okay. Uh, 17 hits, 6 damage, and sneak attack. Oh, nice. That's beefy. All right, it bloodied.
All right. Be safe and ignored. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay. I mean, you sound so put off. I mean, you must be getting used to tanking on Sundays, and yeah.
Oh, me fucking dying.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's pretty bad. All right.
Doing 2 levels of exhaustion from all these fucking preteens.
So, let's see. This thing is stuck between a big crab and a Claximus, but the crab is blinded. So, let's see. I don't think it has any babies left. Yeah. This is a one-time deal, barfing babies. All right. It is going to swim away from the crab, which doesn't provoke. And it'll swim up to here, and it will do a physical attack routine on Claximus. Okay. Were you reckless? I can't recall.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Stinger, claw, and a bite too. Let's see what happens.
I love the idea that they're using their offspring
As weapons? Yeah. All right, so 25 for 19 piercing and 8 poison from the Stinger. The Stinger, you do have to make a Constitution save DC 15, or you will take ongoing poison damage for 4 rounds. Yikes. Oh yeah, no problem there. So just process your damage. Keep in mind, when you have your miniature selected, you can just mouse over the damage, and there'll be little shortcut buttons that'll either apply full, half, or, whatevs.
Okay.
All right. That brings us to the greedy coral dragon. Let's see. Really
So
wanted to
4
get
points.
It takes 4 points of acid damage. All right.
Yeah, I was looking at the spell. Unfortunately, it looks like it doesn't benefit from my arcane firearm.
Oh. Is that part of why you took it? Is you thought it would benefit from it? I think that only applies to the initial damage, right?
Yeah.
I actually think I remember reading something specifically about that. All right, so Coral Drake is... We've got a blinded crab here. We got acid all over us. This guy, he's injured, but he's not dead yet. This lady, she made bad stuff come out. And burn them. All right. I think this one is going to move away from bubbles. If you have a reaction bubbles, which I don't think you do because of shield, you could have attacked. It's going to move to here, and it will attack on Alora with 3 attacks. So, Stinger. Maybe. Is a miss. Claw. Uh, 25 for 23. And then the bite. Uh, 22 for 15. All right, made the con save against the stinger. Oh, you didn't need to make the save against. Oh, you're doing concentration. Got it. Okay. All righty. And that'll be its turn. Claximus, back to you.
Okay. This one right in front of me. I'll go ahead and recklessly attack it.
Yeah, definitely gonna hit.
Take that divine.
These guys have an armor class of 16. All right, also hits. And hits.
All right. Move, bonus action. Do I have- see, bonus action, anything. I'll go ahead, use my bonus action to, where are you? So everybody within 60 feet of me, that's my ally, up to 10 creatures have advantage on their next attack rolls and saving throws until the start of my next turn. Woo! And then I'm also gonna, Lip, did you get my message?
No,
You should look at your messages.
I should.
That's my turn.
Okay. Alrighty, Bubbles to you.
All right. The one right next to me that's wounded.
Mm-hmm.
Going to attack that one with the Sunblade with advantage.
All right, armor class 16 definitely hits.
All right. Was it dead? Or still
This one in front of you is still going. These are pretty beefy.
All right. Second one.
17 for 14 is a hit. That will finish it off.
I'm going to step into its face, and then with
Okay.
a bonus action, I'm going to shoot the person, the one in front of Analora.
Oh, nice. Oof.
At advantage.
Oh, at advantage? Okay.
The Claxmus, right? It's like all attacks. Or
Yeah,
is
so
it
all
first
attacks you're
attack?
gonna do until my next turn.
Very nice.
Holy crap, that's crazy. Oh, that's your barbarian 10th level?
That's my
It's a
turn
really
level.
good. Zealot is
Wow.
really good. Like if you could just put the bear barbarian up on a shelf and not look at it, and you look at Zealot barbarian is absolutely phenomenal. It just, like all barbarians, has to live in the shadow of the bear barbarian. But the bear barbarian in play is very boring. At least that's what everyone I've talked to that's played one for any amount of time has told me. It just gets really boring after a while.
You just can't die.
Yeah, you just, yeah. But Zealot actually gets an ability, I think at 14, where they can't die anymore. So, and it's a cooler version of not dying, because they're actually at 0 the whole time, which is way more baller.
As long as you can give yourself some HP at the end before your rage ends, you live.
and even if you die, they just snap their fingers and bring you back to life.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for Bubbles?
That's all I got.
All right. The one underneath you is dead. Analora, to you.
All right. Levy's gonna shoot the greedy coral drake that's under me
Okay.
with advantage. So.
Oh
22
yeah, that
for
definitely
13.
hits. Okay.
I'm gonna move him back 1 square,
All right.
and then I am going to cast Shatter. Hold on.
Oh, nice. Targeting these two. Okay.
Yep.
One passes and one fails.
All right, and then I'm going to start swimming back.
Okay, the greedy one is bloodied. In Draconic,
Actually,
Swifty calls out some more stuff.
add 5 to that.
Oh, okay.
This one I can arcane firearm.
All right. Calls out more stuff in Draconic. Baubles, your friend Diodario, you're still attuned to him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, boss, they're retreating, I guess. I guess we're too much for them.
Kill them all.
Django, to you.
All right. Let's see here. Go ahead. Move up just a bit. All right. Then I'll go ahead and take a shot with the pistol at the blood one here.
Okay. Ooh, 13 does not hit.
Well, I still have the advantage.
Oh, right, the advantage. My bad. 22 does hit. Yep.
And then I
And
get
then
the
sneak
on top
attack.
of it.
Because you had advantage. Yep. Oh, beefy.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
14 and then additional 23 for 37.
All right, it is still going, but barely.
All right, now go ahead and do bonus action with the gym pistol.
That's what I'm
never
talking
mind.
about.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's dead.
vaporizes it, and that'll be my turn.
All right.
That's what happens when you're inspired by a barbarian.
Yeah. All right. This creature swims over to Kashara and begins to wrap itself around her, letting out whinnies of terror.
Adorable.
All right. Lift to you.
Yep, I'm going to swim right here. I meant, yeah, right there. And then I'm going to, so I didn't realize it. I do have blind sense. So I'm going to
Oh, yeah, so it doesn't matter if you're blind. Yeah.
I'm going to take a swipe at the one in front of me.
Mm.
Yeah. Come on. Whoops.
No worries. That hits, and the creature is grappled by you.
Perfect. And then I'm going to start chomping on it with my claws.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And that will, that'll be it.
All right, it is bloodied. All right. Swifty, trapped by you. No babies left to vomit. Restrained, so disadvantage to the attacks. Damn. Okay, it's a DC 15 to escape, but you got it double grappled, so it wouldn't even be able to escape this turn. Yeah, it's up against the wall essentially, so it's just gonna attack with disadvantage. Stinger, claw, and bite.
No, yes.
Okay. So it manages to latch on with a bite for 16 points of damage.
Got it.
Alrighty. That brings us to Kishara.
All right, so Captain says kill them all. So we're gonna fucking kill them all.
All right.
I'll go for the bloodied one over here. Is this guy like grappling me or?
No, you just annoying. You know, like when a animal that is domesticated is scared and it wants you to pick it up, but you like, yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, people adjacent.
There we go. Double rogue action tonight. Good stuff. Well, I mean, of course, you brought Kishara and Shivaka, so there would be two rogues. Yeah. All right. Anything else from Kishara?
No. I'm safe. I'm staying here.
Okay. This one is still alive. It looks over to the leader. It says something in Draconic. The leader shouts back in Draconic, and it is going to move here and attack the crab. Here we go. This is with a +2 from the flank. 1, 2, and a 3. So we're looking at yeah. Even with a +2, none of those get through your crab armor.
I'm laughing as a crab, but it's probably just bubbles.
Just bubbles, yeah, bubbles coming out. That's nice. All right, back to the top, Claximus.
Okay. Well, now that I have the flank,
you didn't even have to work for it.
I didn't have to. I'm gonna go ahead, versatile, reckless. Go ahead and attack this guy. How do you do versatile on here?
I don't remember. There's like
there. No, maybe it's alt roll.
Hotkey that you hold down or something.
No, that wasn't it. But here's the versatile damage.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And then this is reckless. And then go ahead. Here's the divine on top of that. Nice.
Oh wow. Yeah, it is bloodied.
And then let's see. I'll hold down shift and press the button. Maybe that'll do it. No, that wasn't. It's still.
You explode.
There. Okay. And I'm good.
You good?
Yep.
Oh, there's actually a versatile button under the better rolls part of the weapon. I'll just check that on for you.
Okay.
We could have it be hold down Alt, or we could just have it roll both damage types.
Hold down Alt.
And you just
do
hold down Alt?
Yeah, that way I know
Okay.
it's Alt.
Okay. All right. Should work.
Alt highlights everybody too. That's pretty cool.
Alrighty. Yeah, it takes quite a bit of damage, but it's still going. All right. What else you got? Anything?
Nope, that was it. That was my attack and stuff.
All right, Bubbles. 2 coral drakes remain, both badly bloodied. Well, one's badly bloodied, one's kind of bloodied, and one is double restrained by a giant crab.
Alright. Apparently, Foundry's like, I'm gonna catch up all those rolls. So, I will move here, and then I'm going to attack the one in front of Claxton.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. And that finishes it off.
All right. And then I can't see the one that Lift is holding, right?
Well, you remember, you could go up and down in any direction. So you could just, if you had movement left, dip above or below him to get a line of sight. But yeah, I mean, probably not through him because he's so, like, big.
He's so big, yeah.
Yeah, if you have movement, you could dip below to take a shot.
I would, I'll go down 10 feet, and then I'll shoot.
Shoot it in the butt. Got it.
Yeah, I'm glad this shit can't jam. Oh, that's Eldritch Blast. But
it's still terrible. Okay, got it. All right. On Laura, to you.
I felt something go by my cloaca.
Yeah.
I'll move there to get a better shot, and I'm gonna frostbeam it.
Ooh, nice.
18 gold.
That is gonna hit. It's gonna take 18 damage. This creature is resistant to cold as a deep sea creature, so it takes half.
All right. That's gonna be it because I don't want to force move it.
Okay. Django, to you.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hold where I am. I'll go ahead take attack with the sheep pistol at the one that Crab Lift's holding.
All right, no problem. No.
What the fuck?
Okay.
My cloaca again tightens up.
2 double rows or 2 double ones mostly in a row, I guess. That's crazy. All right. You have your offhand shots though.
Yeah, bonus action with the Jimmy pistol.
Okay, that hits. You can do a sneak attack on there. There you go.
An additional 15.
It is still squirming around, trying to escape.
Then that'll be all for me.
Okay, this thing will continue to talk to Kishara in Draconic while swimming circles around her.
I'm just gonna sort of smile and nod towards you.
Oh, okay. It takes this to mean that you understand everything it's saying, and it explains the entire story. Its backstory, all 34 pages of it. It's very exciting.
And I go, oh,
Lift.
really?
I am greatly angered and afraid by things going around my private parts. I just start going ham on this guy.
A normal reaction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is so dead.
Eviscerated. Eviscerated. That's the word.
All right, time begins to speed back up. And the whinnying sounds of the seahorse prattling on in Draconic is joined by the eerie silence of the ocean floor.
Who has Diodario right now?
I do.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way over there, and then I'm just going to. I think I have a message. Let me check. Yeah, I'm gonna message you and say I have no idea what this thing's been saying, but it's been talking to me nonstop.
So, what is it?
Boss, it's basically saying that it was separated from its family, and these coral drakes came after it, and they tried to get away by swimming here, because this is a well-known spot where a horrible monster lives. And apparently they thought that this would dissuade their pursuers. But I guess they didn't pay attention to where they were. When they burst through the coral forest and found themselves here, they saw us, and more than likely the deliciousness of your meaty body inspired them to fight a bit. And then when they finally realized their folly, it was too late for them. There were a lot of disturbing things in what I just said. So
Yeah. Really.
now it's asking Kishara if we could leave, because this is a dangerous place.
Nah.
Okay, should I let it know? Is that
Yeah, tell it now.
okay? He says some stuff in Draconic. Sounds super cool. The creature lets out a whinnying sound of fear, and clutches Kishara even tighter.
Oh, I think it lacks short stack.
Of course it does. Look at me.
Yeah. And
Well,
Well, boss, you did a great job there. You've really come a long way from the one-hit wonder first met. Oh man, are you eating these up? Okay, let me get rid of them. There we go. He's like nature's vacuum cleaner.
Not what they actually are.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Can I?
I mean, it's
make out-
it's the job of crabs, to go and eat what's at the bottom of the ocean.
This is true.
And, anybody that doesn't support that is a heretic. So
right. It's like the sod feed.
Save one for Croup. Save one for Croup there. Lift. Save one for Croup. All gone. Jesus.
Can I see if there are any symbols or marks on the ship to indicate like what kind of, like maybe a name on it on the side
yeah,
or a flag?
Yeah, like model type. This is a Blue Devil ship, Valorian ship.
You're asking some good questions there. Some good questions. Questions that will be answered in my notes.
Chicane ship.
This ship, from what you could tell by the writing, which is in Valorian, is the Dragon's Knight. No K, just like the time of day.
Okay. Can I check that with any books that I may have read in the past about this boat?
This
See if I
particular
can-
ship? Yeah, you can do a blind history check.
Alright.
This particular ship, from what you could tell, doesn't have that prestigious or memorable of a history. Nothing is really coming to mind. From what you can tell, it is a sloop, a double-masted sloop, which is to say this is a speedy little ship when it was still in service. Would have serviced a rather small crew, so more than likely it was either a runner, to transport goods quickly, or it was ideally like a part of a bigger fleet that would have, been used to kind of sail out and pepper from like the sides, whatever the fleet was targeting. or pursue anything that tried to flee.
Question.
Hmm.
Where we're located, are there islands near?
You guys are actually strangely close to where your adventure first started, in a lot of ways. So you're in the southern part of the Shackles,
Okay,
kind of out in the open ocean.
gotcha. Okay. Just wondering if like what's close
Mm-hmm.
to help jog people's memories if needed.
Okay. You do have your NPCs though.
Yeah, call out to them.
Okay.
Dragon's Night, anyone? Anyone? Dragon's Night?
So when you say that, and when she sees the ship, Shivaka gets real pale, real quiet, and real nervous.
It's her old slaver ship. Did I guess right, Shivaka? Old slaver ship?
She kind of shakes her head and she says,
No.
Curse
This
ship.
is the ship that Harrigan died in.
Oh. That's the
You
dude
remember-
who the dwarf guy took over from.
Mm-hmm.
I forget his name.
Dungar.
Dungar, yeah.
Beardless
Dungar.
Dungar. He mutinied against Harrigan. Yeah, the Dragon's Knight was Harrigan's favorite ship.
Pride and
The
Joy.
Wormwood was a
Oh.
bigger ship, and Harrigan was working on building a fleet. He never expected the Wormwood to turn on him.
I don't
Well,
like where this is going, guys.
I think we found out who the ghost is.
Yeah, I guess we have to speak with him.
You think we could recruit him?
You're gonna recruit a
Because
ghost?
we hate Dungar too.
I mean,
we
yeah,
hate Dunhole.
this is Dragon Ball Z. We do recruit everybody.
Well, what if he recognizes me as one of the mutineers that sort of sank him?
He's a pirate, right?
Yeah.
So he understands that Beardless Dungar could have killed you.
This was a
didn't.
while ago. This is definitely not an old ghost.
She says, kind of side-eyeing, mumbling Danish, who looks very sad.
Keep that down. Keep down. What do you mean? What do you mean he was 900 years old?
Nah, Captain, he was like maybe in his 40s tops.
That's old.
For a Valorian, yeah, it's pretty old.
There you go, Danish. He's still old.
He was a big son of a bitch too. Like almost 7 feet. Huge muscles.
Oh, you meant fat.
Nah.
Well, Captain, time's a waste.
You don't need to worry, Mischief.
And you have a
I would
bubble.
never let anything bad happen.
Yeah.
Aw, that's really sweet. I hope you're right.
All right, let's look for him.
Call out this Harrigan. We know him by name. Obviously, we know.
Oh, don't you do that. You're gonna give me that PTSD, bro. I'm sorry. Scary.
Is it like phasmophobia? You just say the name to draw it out.
We know his name. We know his name. Say it. Say it. Say it, Bubbles. Say
I'm
his
gonna
name.
throw up. Okay.
Harrigan,
All right, Harrigan, come on. Come on out.
show us a sign.
Harrigan.
Arrogant, show us a sign of your presence.
Oh,
jeez.
Grab him
Okay.
with Harrigan.
All right. Let me see what I could do. Hold on.
We know what killed you, Harrigan.
It was a what are you, like 3 feet tall? A three foot tall frog person.
So you see a bunch of bubbles fly out of her mouth as her eyes bug out.
Captain, are you trying to get me killed? What are you doing?
Hide.
All right, you see a light kind of start to glow from the ship.
I think that's a sign.
I mean, this guy looks like Flying Dutchman, SpongeBob. I'm a fucking loser.
Well, I mean, the Flying
Yeah,
Dutchman from
everybody
SpongeBob
quick.
was tall.
All right, everybody, get into the spoopy light.
All right, let's go a little closer. Crab?
Do you think that the green light's gonna like wash out my skin complexion or?
Nah, you'll be alright.
Okay.
If anything,
You
it's just
see
going
Sandara rolling her eyes, wearing her frumpy, sexy librarian costume.
Good with ghosts, right? Hold on.
She's wearing pants. She has pants.
Yeah. She's wearing like a woman's, suit type
Baggy
situation.
pants.
She's like, I don't own any clothes that aren't sexy.
You're a cleric, right? Wear that.
Yeah, I'm a
turn
cleric.
undead.
Moral mind.
All
The
right.
spoopiness.
As you approach the wheel, ragged and overgrown with undersea plants, begins to slowly turn left and right.
I'm gonna cast fairy.
He's trying to
fire.
dodge something.
You're gonna cast fairy fire?
Yeah, around the wheel.
Okay. I guess I gotta make a saving throw, roll initiative. Man, just opening up
What
with
is
your
this
strongest
revealing?
attack spell?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Just so we can see him.
You
Show
do
yourself here
you
again.
manage to tag him. All right.
We did not come here to fight. We came here to speak.
Whew.
I'm
Oh
using
my
it.
god.
Oh, okay. You ugly
Looks
son of a
nothing
bitch.
like that. Yeah, he's ugly as fuck. Yeah.
He looks over at you guys, and he says,
Now who might you be?
Hi. Yeah, we're the crew of the Thorned Bosom.
My new crew.
Oh,
Excellent.
no. We're our road park.
You best be setting sail quickly.
No.
Fix the rigging. Raise the
No,
sails.
No.
Best be hurrying. The beasts be coming. I don't
Right.
want to watch it eat you again there, Shmee.
Ooh. Hey, you remember Dungar?
and as you kind of look around, you see that there are a great many skeletons, also overgrown with coral, barnacles, and seaweed, sort of stuck in different parts of the ship, and half buried in the silt and coral at the bottom of the wreck is the skeleton of a massive shark.
I'll do whatever I can to keep you safe, but if we don't get out of here soon, it's all gonna happen again, you see.
Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Try to remember what happened before you sank.
You listen to me. You're being insubordinate. If this is mutiny, I'll kill all ya. Don't think I won't do it.
We're not. Hey, we're not the ones who fucking
Turns
did
his
the
head to
mutiny
the
of
left
you.
and then the right really quick.
It's coming. Brace yourselves. It's coming. And she's hungry.
What's coming?
All right, let me roll you all into initiative.
Hey, what an asshole. I look at the Civica. I was like, I understand why you got rid of this guy. Jesus.
All right. Let me see what I could do here. We gotta clear this one. Add this one. All right, everybody could go ahead and roll in. God, what does this thing do? Yikes. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, let me roll. Oh, Hulk and Crab, that's you, right? Lift?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I rolled.
Okay, I'll just hide it from initiative then. That's cool. And Levy doesn't need an initiative. And this little coral dragon, it'll keep its own initiative because you never know what's going to happen. All right. All right. Harrigan. He's up first. He is going to shout to you guys to get into position to ready yourselves for the fight of your life.
Yeah, I think you need to unhide me because I look dead.
Oh, sorry. I'll just remove it from initiative. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, I guess that killed Levy too. Hold on. Ah, much better. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, bubbles. Okay. Oof. All right. Okay. He is going to ready his, I guess, spectral firearm. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. All right, Claximus, to you.
Okay. Bonus action rage. Boop boop. Rage. Where? Right here. Yeah. I'm sorry, I saw on self roll. My bad. But I'm raging, and then I'm going to swim. I can't swim because you got the game paused.
Thank you. Boop.
Let's see. I want to get. Do I have a sense of where this, like, do I feel like a shift in the water where something's coming from? Direction?
Yeah, the shark bones on the ground.
The shark. Could you?
Oh yeah. They're scattered all along the ocean floor, so they're just kind of like that, like overgrown with coral and whatnot.
Okay. Perfect. I will then swim over here, down to them. Right, if I started here at 30 feet and I'm swimming down Pythagorean theorem, where can I get realistically? Or do I
What
just
do you
swim
mean?
straight down?
You can swim straight down. That's fun.
Okay, then I'll just go straight down to 0 to where the bones are.
Okay.
Use my action to go ahead and take off my mask for radiant consumption. And then end my turn there. So now I will be bright, 10 feet, dim light, an additional 20 feet. And at the end of my turn, I'll take 3 damage, and anything within 10 feet of me will take 5 damage, radiant.
Okay. Bubbles, to you.
All right. I got a feeling that this thing is actually a ghost. I'm gonna move real close to Honolulu.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna ready my axe and Hold an Eldritch Blast. If anything gets close or in range, I'm gonna shoot the fuck at it.
Fair.
That's all I got.
Okay. As your turn ends, you see the ghost of a massive shark materialize from its from around its bones.
Look.
Oh no, that's not a. It's photobombing. There we go. All right. As it appears, you hear the bloop 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 of legendary actions. The creature opens its mouth wide, and you see another shark head inside that mouth, which opens wide, and there's another shark head inside that mouth, and it just seems to go on to infinity. You start blasting. All right. Yikes. The 16 does not hit. All right. The 10 does not hit. As it does this, you are subjected to its horrifying visage. Any creature within 60 feet that is not already, undead, construct, that kind of shit, needs to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened for 1 minute. If they fail by 5 or more, they are aged, as is the ghosty rules.
What's the save?
I'm checking that right now. It is a DC 16.
Not aid, but I am here.
Okay.
I will go ahead and use my reroll to try and reroll,
so shed your rage to reroll.
and I'll use inspiration as well. Did not.
I'll boost that to 17.
Thank you.
All right. So the old Kishara and Analora are frightened of the creature. Analora, no one could tell because elf, but you are aged 20 years. Gasp.
Would have killed me.
All right, so that was its. That's part of its multi-attack. All right, so it is going to, I guess, just bite whatever's closest. We got a Kishara, we got a Klaxmas. Those are the two closest things. And we've got this little seahorse. So we're gonna do one. Oh, we got a crab. Okay, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let me roll it. 4 is Kishara. All right. Kishara, this bite is for you.
Oh.
19?
Now, question. Is this thing 30 feet long?
Yes.
Okay. So it could reach you then. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, it can also, move. So sure, I'll move it up a couple feet or something. I don't know.
Okay. Because I swam down 30 feet to get to the bones. And
Oh, to
she's
get right
30
up
feet
on
up.
the bones. Oh,
Yeah.
no. It's as big as that miniature is. Add like some tail, like the off camera kind of thing. It's that big. Yeah, it is. It's gargantuan.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, now it's all cut.
Dude, it just got swole.
Because then I would
all
have
right.
been like, it can only attack me? But, okay.
So if it hits, you need to make a strength saving throw, DC 18, or be swallowed by a ghost.
Oh, great. Hey!
Damn! What?
Wow.
All right. Yeah, you grab onto the nearby seahorse, and it swims with all of its might and pulls you free of the creature's jaws before it could swallow you inside. Because going inside was really bad. All right. I guess that's the creature's turn. Kishara, to you.
I'm gonna fucking disengage and swim away.
Okay.
All right. I can disengage as a bonus action, can I? In that case, I will shoot at it with my crossbow.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it just sort of like you obviously you hit it, but this thing is just like a giant gelatinous blob of ectoplasm. It just sort of into the creature.
Ghost Captain, can I shoot ghost cannons out of or something?
Yes, cannons. Yes, yes.
And he kind of closes his eyes, deep in thought. Okay.
And that's in my turn.
All right. On Lord, to you.
All right. I'm gonna shout down to Claximus in Aquan. Big or fast? Do you want to be big or fast?
I want to be big.
I swim down. Oh, there's a cannon. I swim down and I cast Enlarge.
All right.
Okay, so Claximus is large, and then with my bonus action, Levy will shoot. I don't think.
Yeah,
that would
no,
do
not
anything.
even close. All right. What else you got?
That was all my movement, so that's it.
Okay. Alrighty. That brings us to Django.
All right, I want to get away from this thing.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Before you go, Django. Before you go. It is going to... I guess it's going to eat this little coral dragon. Seems very sad, but... Well, I do have multiple targets. Hold on. We got a Claximus here, and he's big now. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so it's only going to eat the little dragon on a 3. Hey, Orange Jesus is at the table too. Oh my god, alright, so it does manage to fight it and do a shitload of damage, but the creature is somehow still alive.
Hey!
But now it has to make a strength saving throw. DC 18.
Oh,
Holy shit! Okay. Okay, Django, take your turn.
sorry, very quick. I was scared. Is there anything I need to do?
Like ongoing to end it? Let's see. You can repeat it at the end of each of your turns.
Okay,
so
so
DC
wisdom.
17 wisdom.
Well, then I need to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
There you go.
Oh no, giant fucking ghost shark is still scary. Who'd guess?
All right. So Django, you're up.
All right, using my feline agility so I can get the fuck away from this thing.
Yeah.
So movement gives me 60 feet to get over here. All right, then go ahead and take attack action at it with chipped pistol. 16.
16. 16 does not hit.
All right, then bonus action offhand. Give me pistol.
Didn't you disengage with your bonus action? Oh no, you didn't. You just moved away. Okay, got it. Yeah. All right. Jimmy pistol hits radiant damage. Takes the full amount.
All right, and Clack is still in a melee with it, right?
Yep.
Right. Roll for sneak attack.
Alrighty.
Additional 18. Then that'll be.
Okay, as your turn ends, it is going to. Let's see. It did not like that you bit it. It's pretty mad about that. Yeah, sure. It is going to use a legendary action to dash and swim after you. So I think it could get this far. Yeah. Crab, Claximus, Bubbles. You guys can all make opportunity attacks against it. Oh, nice. Bubbles, that is gonna hit. The little loyal coral dragon don't do shit. The claw attack hits. This creature, being spectral, is immune to grappling. So it just kind of swims by, but does take the full damage because Moon Druid.
17 doesn't hit, does it?
17 does not hit.
Okay, good.
You feel like you were just shy of the mark.
Okay.
Would it be flanking because of lift? Because he would have passed through lift and Claximus?
By the time it triggered, it would no longer have been a flank.
Did that move out of your reach?
Yeah, they'd have to. It's when he leaves the space, so it would have been around here. Or, yeah. Anyways, all right, that's its turn. That brings us to this dragon, which was gonna swim over to be with Kishara, but now it's just gonna swim away to hang out with the NPCs. All right. Let's see. It's actually on top of Kishara right now, so it will use its last legendary action to try and bite Kishara. Here we go. 21 for 25.
Oh no, 21 misses actually.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay. So that would be another strength saving throw, DC 18.
I rolled an 18.
Oh.
Minus.
Oh. All right. It swallow you inside its ghost tummy. People can see you. It's like a gelatinous cube situation. Like they can see you inside. You're just like kind of adrift in ectoplasm.
I'm down after that.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Lift.
Okay. I'm going to roll for some HP.
Okay.
I guess it's not going to do it there, so I'm going to do a level 3 spell. So 1, 2, 3 d8s. Get some health back. Wow, that's pathetic, but I'll take it. So +9. And then I will swim up to the shark. And I'm saying a crab or aqua, and I'm like, fish are friends. Fish are friends. And then I'm going to go ahead and start attacking it. Clack.
Oh yeah, it definitely hits. Takes 23 points of damage.
And then we'll go one more.
Oh yeah. Okay. You have its full attention.
Perfect. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Back to the top. The ghost of Captain Harrington. He creates a ghostly cannon. And he says,
Bless. The cannon's ready. Oh, no.
as he sees her floating.
It's just like all the other times before.
Claximus, to you.
All right, I will. 30 feet.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Do Ghost Barf. Let me check.
No.
Some ectoplasm.
Let's see. Ghosts try to copy what they did in life. All right. Yeah. Let me do a Constitution save for it. Oh shit. Okay. So yeah. You less make it barf and more you just reach into it with that critical hit and pluck her out of its innards.
Friend.
All right. Claximus, to you.
All right, I will swim here for flank and attack with versatile reckless.
Okay.
I said alt, right? Let's see if it did it. Did alt do it? Yes. All right. So it's 15, and then here's the Divine Fury damage. That's an additional 8 radiant there.
Nice.
I'll go ahead
Large
and
damage.
Oh yeah, and large damage too. Roll what, 1d4. There's the additional enlarged damage.
Okay.
All right, and then I'll go ahead and again attack. I think with flank that will hit the +2.
Yep, 18.
All right, so I'll go ahead and bonus action. Use the Timeless Locket to attack again.
Okay.
And, here's the additional enlarged damage as well from that first one, from that second one. And then, on top of that, I'll go ahead and add an additional 10 radiant damage on top of my second attack from exploding light damage from me. 21 to hit for 11.
Nice.
And 26 to hit for an additional 11. And this is a magical weapon, if that matters.
Okay. If it was possible for a creature like this to be bloodied, it is bloodied.
Right. And then at the end of my turn, go ahead and take an additional radiant damage. I gotta remember what it is. Radiant consumption. Additional 5 radiant, and I'll take 3. That's my turn.
Okay.
Lift, good for you. You're out of it, so you don't get that additional 10.
Bubbles, to you.
All right, I'm gonna use haste. Move up to it. There now. So that way I'm flanking with lift. I'm going to make my first multi-attack. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah.
No. Okay.
So, second one hits. And then my original action was cast haste, so I don't think I get that this time. But
Right.
I'm gonna shoot it with the light gun.
That's... Oh, you're in melee, so it would be disadvantage plus...
Well, I have
Oh, the firearms
what was
thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That hits.
Alright. And
Right.
that's it.
Alright, comes back around to the ghost shark. The ghost shark seems to be just a mindless killing machine. It takes these hits. You can see that its essence is wavering. It has a lot of things to attack, but I would say Claxmus definitely did the most damage to it. It was a kind of a toss-up between Hulking Crab and Claxmus. So Claxmus, it's going for you.
Okay.
All right, here comes a bite.
That will hit.
Okay, 43 points of damage.
What type?
Oh yeah, it says piercing, but that's because I'm a total hack. It's a ghost, so obviously it would do piercing damage, just necrotic damage.
Okay, good, because I resist that too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and then strength save, DC 18. No problem. All right. And there's the bloop 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 of legendary actions. Kishara, saving throw against death. And as Kishara's turn, unless she gets that 20, all right, that's one failed save. It's going to try to bite Claxmus again.
Yep.
27 for 15. Strength save. Pipe. That brings us to Onalora.
I'll swim there. I'm gonna give her a level 2 cure wounds.
Okay.
Woo! $14 healing, and Levy bonus action will attack. Whoops. Just 24 for 12.
Okay. That will do it. How does Levy finish this thing off?
Oh, channeling the spirit of, I guess, the Leviathan or whatever. He unleashes a very powerful force beam that I guess just creates a hole through the shark, and then it dissipates.
Okay.
Just poof.
Ooh, what's happening? Oh,
What do you mean?
my screen. Ooh, what's happening again? Screen's wigging out. Oh, it's just switching to Django. That's what it's been trying to do. It like goes down, it went down, and then went back up to me.
So
then
I've
went back
asked
down.
other people that stream, they say that their camera doesn't jump around to whoever's active. I think it's something in your settings.
Mine jumps when it's my character.
So does mine. And it
Mine
always
jumps
pulls
for
me to the
every
corner.
character, and I'm
When
in
I'm
core
wild.
settings, and I don't know what it is.
Okay. I don't think I gave you ownership of the other characters, so I don't know why you would jump to the other
I
characters.
know what it is. I know what it
What?
is. You gave me sight.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is, probably. Is I have sight on all the other characters.
Oh, so it's
For the
jumping to
camera.
each
Yeah.
character that you have sight on.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it might be, but I think it's something in your core settings as well.
Okay. I mean, is that a bad thing if you're
Well, I set up-
streaming to
I s-
jump to their views?
Not so much when it's like when I have like the thing perfectly set, I just have to return to it. But sometimes when it jumps to lift, I'm going way across the screen.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
you. All right.
I'm wild shape.
I'll make a note to just get you cameraman instead.
Well, you can also probably just turn it off, unless people really care about it going to the character.
That's true. All right. Turn off camera jumps. Got it. Okay. All right. Everyone stabilized. Ghost Shark has been dealt with. Harrigan looks confused.
You're all still alive.
And we do that sometimes.
It was a close one for a couple of us, mostly me. But yeah,
That's never happened this way before. Ever since the first time.
Do you want to talk about it? I grab a chair.
Kind of narrows his eyes.
Do we have to talk about it on this ship? Will the shark come back?
Yeah, but like a day.
Oh, okay. No, okay.
Captain
if
Harrigan,
you ever have to fight him again, maybe have the cannons ready ahead of time.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I was betrayed. My second in command, Beardless Dungar, he turned on me.
We're familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an asshole.
know him.
He brought the wormwood around and let fly everything he had. Took us by surprise. Sank us real quick, he did.
Yeah, if it makes you feel any better, we've, we kind of fucked him over. So.
Yeah, and if it makes you feel any better, he's a free captain now too.
Yeah, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, as you mentioned that, his ghostly essence begins to pulsate with like a reddish light of anger.
All right. That guy's
No, I
over.
mean, like,
Beardless.
even if he got killed by him, well, at least he made something of himself. At least he didn't get killed by a nobody. Like that's a good thing, right?
How about we let this Captain Harrigan talk?
The ship sunk. We were pulled down with it. Tried to escape. That's when the sharks showed up. One by one, just started eating them up. I fought that bastard all the way to the bottom of the sea. In the end, I killed him. And then I drowned. But maybe I didn't. 'Cause the next night I woke again and found my crew inside the belly of the beast. I took out their bones, took out their bodies. I tried to get them back to work. It weren't long after that the shark came back. And just did it all over again. Every night. Every single night. But not this night.
And he looks over at the shark's bones and he spits, but it's like a ghost underwater, so it's like just like a weird particle effect kind of.
What can I do for you? What can Captain Barnabas Harrigan do for you? since you've given me one night of peace.
We came to see. Currently, there is a darkness befalling the shackles. The Leviathan is in danger. And we came because we were told that you may know who it might be preying on it.
He gets a big smile on his face, as not depicted in this miniature, and
that's a big
says,
smile.
he looks kind of scowly. And maybe if you flip his mouth upside down, I don't know. He smiles at you and says,
Leviathan, you say? Oh, yeah. I know exactly who you're after. And I know exactly where he'll be. It all comes back around, doesn't it? Dungar.
Oh, shit.
Dungar wants to eat the Leviathan.
Dungar was a zealot. Probably his worst quality. Obsessed with Lady Deep Death. Kepdar, the dwarves call her. When he was exiled from his homeland, he claims she took him into her sweet embrace, taught him all the secrets of the ocean and the seas. When he would be deep in his rum, he'd talk on and on about this greater calling he had, that there were treasures beyond measure at the bottom of the sea, he'd say to me. I just chalked it up to the ramblings of a crazy person. Any decent pirate's got all the gods, or at least Besmara. But no pirate would be pledging himself to no death god.
Yeah, no, nobody.
They would talk about a temple to Deep Death he was always trying to find the location of. Claim that if he could get down there, she would grant him a great boon, what would make him the strongest pirate. Hey, the strongest being in the shackles. I have a mind to think he planned to take that power back home, deliver a bit of vengeance against those who would exile him. To think it's come all this way. I don't know why, but I feel a surety in my spirit. He's close. She's close.
and his one remaining eye, he kind of looks around as if he senses someone or something greater than himself and all of you, but can't quite put his finger on it.
Is she single and crab?
Probably.
If you're meaning to confront Dungar, I'll tell you what I know about the location of this undersea temple he was always going on and on about. I don't rightly know where it is, but maybe more information would help you.
And he informs you that the location is known as the Halls of the Skull Kraken.
All right. But he doesn't know like exactly where it is, just what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that Dungar was obsessed with finding it and thought that if he did, Keptar Deep Death would give him a great boon.
Okay.
All right. So we need to find this temple. We can talk to Ursula about, or Sea Witch about that. She might know. And go find and finish him, I guess.
You see Barnabas Harrigan squint his eyes, his eye, and he says,
Shivaka, is that you? I spy, or just the madness of death? Oh.
I'll swim over to him and say, "You got a problem with my lady?"
I'm gonna put my hand on Linger's shoulder and be like, "It's okay. Stand up."
I'm just surprised to see she's still alive. Seems to me that she always had a soft heart. Can't imagine that Dungar would have let that go for long.
Yeah. Hey, so, I mean, how about this, bud? Instead of continuing to live this hellhole over and over and over again, you come work for us. You could be like a pirate again, but like an undead one.
Can't be leaving my ship. I'm bound to it. Bound to the ship.
What are you?
To the bones of the crew. To the act
Collect
of
the bones.
treason. But I could ride along with you if you're willing to take a passenger.
I don't.
Would you
I don't,
like us to?
I don't think you getting what he's meaning there, Captain.
I think he's meaning to possess the captain. I think that's what he's getting at.
I mean, the seahorse looks like it.
Yeah, what about the seahorse?
he smiles
take
and
out?
says,
I think it needs to be you. One captain to another.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think there's enough of me around.
I promise I won't push too hard.
Yeah, I think I'm good. We have a small pig over there, though. If you want to take over the small
No,
pig.
it's Captain Piggo.
Right over there.
Pigo seems
you playing
affronted and frightened. She and the seahorse huddle in fear.
you
Spring
get both on the
mumbling
same
Danish swims up in a tizzy, and she says, How old were you before you died, sir? And he says,
I was just over 50. Pretty damn old for a Valorian.
How many years ago was that?
50 years.
I don't know how many nights have passed since I was sunk.
When did you guys fuck this guy over?
Like 5 years ago, I think. So you're like 56? I think that's old enough to order off the seniors menu back in Port Peril.
Oh my god.
Early bird special.
If you want to go inside someone, I demand it's me.
and he looks around and he sees how drab and nerdy all of you look, and it just makes Spring mumbling Danish look so beautiful. And he says,
I sprinkle some dust on her. Like, sparkly fairy dust.
Wow.
Hey, did you hit this woman with glitter?
yeah, he rubs his
Yes.
hands together like the dude in the one meme that's like hiding behind a tree, getting ready to swiggity swooty go after that booty. And he leaps inside of her. She lets out an ecstatic cry. Her eyes glow with the supernatural green light. And she smiles broadly.
Okay, we beat the game, guys. I'll see you in a year.
Captain Harrigan, can you hear me?
Spring mumbling Danish looks at you and says, I can hear you.
Would you like us to give your crew a proper burial?
It would be awfully nice of you.
One that they deserve.
I'll be back in the boat.
I have to ask,
Captain, you can go rest.
whatever happened?
Yeah, thank you.
There was a Karkarian that served under me, and then under Dungar, a chunky fella.
Mr.
Mr.
Plug.
Plug, yeah. Whatever happened to that lout?
We slit him right down the middle.
Yeah, mumbling Danish throws back her head and lets out an evil, cackling laugh in a deep, resonating voice.
Along with his friend, Scourge.
No. That wimp. You sound alright. This is gonna be fun. Ah, mateys. Fun indeed, right, Shivaka?
All right, so,
Liv, can you grab those bodies, those skeletons?
So I eat the bones now.
No, we're gonna bury them.
Well, that's a good way to get rid of them.
wait, Sandara's like, if they're pirates, we just bury them at sea anyways. I just gotta go and say like some words over them or some shit, so.
I'll say words out of Laura.
Yeah.
Eat 'em.
Why don't you eat the shark?
I can't
That's like
find
the
it.
proper...
I was looking for it.
It's all over the place. There's a shark boat there, a shark boat there.
I was looking forever.
She
Okay.
leans in close and she's like, listen, I'm gonna start saying some fancy words. When they're gone, just eat all the fucking bones. That way we're sure you got the shark.
Got it.
Okay. All right. And so you now go to sail the nether seas with Besmara, clutched to her bosom for eternity. More words for a long time. It's gonna be like 10 minutes. Words are coming out of my mouth for 10 minutes. It's a ritual spell.
And I'm gonna say to them, it's nice to have a cleric.
All right. On that note, I'll take you guys back over to the dashboard. So, you have information that you can move forward with. You have the ghost of Captain Harrigan. Totally, when I was writing up the notes for this, I was like, oh yeah, in case they try to convince the ghost to join them, I better have a backup plan. Nah, I didn't plan on that shit at all. I don't know why I haven't learned my lesson yet, so... If there's a fucking toaster oven, I need to make sure that I have a plan for how you could recruit the toaster oven. Hey, you've brought this sickness over to the Sunday Night Odyssey group too. So
No.
yeah.
No.
It makes sense for us. We're pirates. We're trying to like build a fleet. You got to get a bunch of people. So like,
I'll be honest,
go
it
for
makes sense for Sunday group because those rules are so brutal. Oh my fucking god, are they brutal? Yeah.
Oh, they're doing Giphy glyphs, aren't they?
Yeah, man. Like, I'm doing Giphy glyphs on
Man.
Wednesday. I want to be everybody's friend. Okay? I don't want to fight nobody. Like, and I've barely taken hits. I think I got dropped to 0 once in like 9 sessions or something because I'm a ranged rogue. So, kind of like Shivaka and Kishara. Yeah.
How are the bards doing?
The bards?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, like Jenga.
Oh yeah, we don't have any bards. It's weird. Bard is such a strong class, and this is like I think this is the only game I have a bard in, which is weird. So
I suck at it. I'm basically a fighter.
all right, so let me take it up. Let's see. This is our last game of the year, unfortunately, because Christmas and New Year's both happen on a Thursday. Obviously, you know, it's a global pandemic. So if you don't have anything going on New Year's Eve, I'm hoping maybe there'll be some shit going on the server. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun to have like just people hanging out playing some games or something. I can't make any guarantees though. But similar vein, if you want to hang out with people online and you want to use our Discord to do so, because we have boosted audio and groovy bots and all that kind of stuff, let me know or let a mod know, and we'll try to get you and yours set up so that you can enjoy some online fun with people that you care about. If you play World of Warcraft, Conti's Guild is looking for people who can quote unquote mash their keyboards with their faces 2 nights a week. Yeah, so hit up Conti if you're looking. They play Filthy Alliance, so I don't know if that changes things for you or not.
Alliance.
Yeah.
You say that, but at least we didn't like attempt to end the world 3 times.
Listen, we keep it spicy on the Horde.
Sure,
we keep it
that's spicy for sure.
Hey, we have absolutely no control over bad writing. It's not our fault.
Bad writing. I don't care. I don't care.
I know what
it means. I was explaining to Ivy, Warlords of Draenor, and she's like, "Oh, so like every episode of The Flash," and I was like, "Yeah, kind of, yeah." So they were like, plot, story continuity. Fuck that shit. Yeah.
No. You don't have to worry about it because it's an alternate timeline, right?
Right. Like in the Abrams Star Trek movies. I got you.
The only thing you have to worry about, the fact is that the Mac artwork somehow.
I like the Abram Star Trek movies, by the way. I like
what's his name is about to do that D&D stuff.
I know, right? Chris Pine gonna be a D&D movie. I think we might get a good D&D movie this time. I am old enough to remember foolishly being excited about the last D&D movie and basically having someone shit in my mouth for 2 hours at the movie theater.
There was a D&D movie.
Here's real.
Oh, it was bad. It had a Wayans brother in it.
I own that movie, and I am.
What is it called?
That I have it. I forget.
It's called like Dungeons and Dragons. It had Jeremy Irons in it.
Yeah, it did.
For Christ's sake.
Is he purple?
He was Purple Wayans. Dude's boss. He was like Purple Dude's boss.
Dude, Marlon Wayans was like a thief or something in it. A rogue.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So wait,
and then
is the movie about them playing Dungeons and Dragons?
No, it's someone's really bad D&D game. Oh yeah, and the daughter from American Beauty was in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. So like,
and she was like, I guess she was the Empress from Neverending Story, but they didn't actually say she was the Empress from Neverending Story. It was a mess. It was a mess.
Watch Willow. Watch Willow.
Willow is the real Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Horrific movie.
Yeah, if you want to watch a good D&D movie, Willow is a good D&D movie.
Now, this is something you probably don't know, but there was 2 other Dungeons and Dragons movies that I remember after fucking Dungeons and Dragons came out.
Oh, and they did direct DVD sequels. Yeah,
they got increasingly better, but that's not saying a lot. Like when your bar is so low.
All right. Focus. I don't have any other announcements, I don't think. If everybody else has any announcements. What? Oh, what do we got? Oh, right. Oh, because we're using the FoundryVTT for hosting of our games? Is that what I'm supposed to say? Yeah. So there's that. And then that's about it, maybe?
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you just get it out there.
Okay. Got it.
Keeping you honest.
All right. Thanks.
Wizards of the Coast. Put us in the new D&D movie. We can't.
Oh yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I've been playing Magic since 1997.